Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the host of the Happy Hour, Chris Lane Sr.
So down the dark field, brighter than the light. There's a green that fade away. Ashamed to pray to my mind.
Hello, everybody, and good evening. Here's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to dispense with the usual, happy, how's it going, all that kind of stuff. We're going to get right into the show because we've got a ton of stuff to do. But that was Greg Hutto from about 30 days ago. I'm a little behind because, as you know, I couldn't play videos last week because I forgot to do something. But we're going to get right into it. I have a very special guest with me. Everybody say hi to someone I think you know. And if you don't, you're gonna. Everybody say hi to Jade Starr. How are you?
Chris, good to see you. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, absolutely. This is a huge day. Now, in the U.S., it's Juneteenth. And if you don't know what that is, read a fucking history book, would you? But for the rest of the world, it's the release of the Music for Life album that all of us have worked so hard on, and especially Jade, Russ, and Ivan Idea putting this thing out. The premiere was just a few hours ago. Album A and half of album B, and there's still second half of B and album C tomorrow. And it was monumental. I was so impressed with the music. Holy guacamole. 60 plus songs on there, and everyone I hear is killer.
Yeah, look, hey, thanks. Hey, look, again, I'm just a third wheel. I'm just a spoke in the wheel. Russ is the mastermind behind it. Dave's just amazing at what he does for mixing everything and engineering everything right. It's not about us. It's about you guys. It's about the people who made the music. The music is the showcase. And, this year around, a little bit different. Russ reached out to these record labels. And I remember when he first said he was going to do it, it's like, oh, wow, you're going outside the community here. What's going on? This is a little bit risque. But indeed, he reached out to Trax Records, Trinidad Tracks. So we've got Popped Radio. They're going to be playing the songs. It's a radio station, and just some of these artists he got. But I was scared, Chris. I'm sitting there going, man, these are some pretty killer artists that Russ is bringing in. I hope we can stand up to it. And boy, tonight was I just gobsmacked. Every track was just
everything
amazing.
Was pro sounding, radio ready. It was amazing. I know how good the artists in this community are, but I was like you, I was gobsmacked. I was just sitting there listening to it going, damn, every track sounds awesome. And not hyperbole, guys. It's, me. If there was some that were like, meh, I couldn't sit here and lie to you about it, but everyone I heard, and full disclosure, my dear wife, I picked her up from work and she wanted to tell me all about her day, and God bless her. I mean, she's a CFO of a multi-million-dollar corporation. There's shit going on. Fair enough. But this was kind of important, and I missed a number of tracks, but
got to do your duty, Chris.
Yeah, I've been doing this for 35 years, and I'm getting re-upped, I think, this September. So
you don't do your duty, and you're going to be over there drinking tequila by yourself.
That's right.
Mexico.
Lonely whiskey guy. But man, I heard quite a few off A and probably 4 off B, and I was just totally impressed.
Yeah, we're kicking off tomorrow, continuing it on so we finished it halfway through. And the first track back tomorrow, is Wolfstone Studio, Valerie Bart, Hypnotic Transmissions, Russ, Pole Vault, Lily Pillies, man. And then that's the third album's what? Another 22 songs, I think.
Yeah, this is a murderer's row. It's amazing. And we'll play some select songs off this tonight. We're going to play a couple. I don't want to pull too much from that, but maybe some of you weren't there. What I'm going to do a lot of is play some of the stuff that I was not able to play last week because, review, I forgot to change the setting. But I wanted to have Jade on and talk a few minutes about, Russ has talked about the album and everything, but tell us a little bit about behind the scenes. What all had to go on to get this to happen? Because the amount of work I think people maybe have just a little sense of, but I don't think they have a clear view of what all was involved.
It's big. It's so much more than just collecting some songs. So in the first place, just to see, this was supposed to be out last month. unfortunately, Russ's mum passed away while Brad was here in March, and she was a huge part of my channel, Dot. She used to come on and do the roasts and roast everybody's song, and we've all been roasted by Dot. So it was a massive loss, and poor Russ had that on his shoulders to deal with. Plus, Russ only has the use of half of his body. You know, he had a major stroke, and he, you know, just to do the smallest things. Now his mum's not there anymore. You guys wouldn't realize this. He can't put on a sock. He can't scrape his plate when he finishes eating. All these tiny things you hear about now that his mum's not there to help with this. They were both very symbiotic. So that played a big part in the delay. And, you know, they've got to sell the house. Russ is trying to clean out all his storage of all his gear and everything, and he can't do it. He's got to rely on people coming to help. So that was a big player in everything getting held off. He's done a like amazing job to be dealing with that and this 64 tracks, and now dealing with these huge labels from the US. Yeah, so my role was very supportive. I didn't do much, really. I came in at the end. My thing was all at the end, helping Russ type all the songs out, doing the artwork. Artwork was my thing because we had an artist, as you see from the album artwork. It was pretty interesting. We'd been waiting on the artwork, trust me, 3 months, and it came through yesterday. So you can hear by the skin of the teeth everything was, and we got the artwork and it came through, and it was this, and we were like, oh, okay, where are we going to put any writing on it? So this is an amazing artist from the US who kind of like Banksy. All his artwork is stick figures and is a graffiti artist, right? Sticks, I think his name is Sticks, I'm pretty sure. So we got that artwork and we were like, what are we going to do with this? What are we going to do? So I kind of said to Russ, let's come up with the idea of adding it to a frame and making it look like it's in like a gallery kind of thing. And this is how we end up with the artwork.
Yeah, and I thought it was brilliant. I mean, it's a cool piece of art. It's very evocative and very
It had
nice.
to be in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought the blocks perfect. So
Thank you,
yay,
ChatGPT.
both you and Russ. Okay, good idea.
ChatGPT. Like a lot. Look, we couldn't have got a lot of this stuff done without ChatGPT. Just things like you wouldn't think, like huge amounts of bios and everything that we've just got to throw into ChatGPT and go summarize into a paragraph, summarize into this. It saves so much time for us in the long run. But the big one was sending all the tracks off to Dave. I have an idea who mastered and added his source. So Dave is an incredible engineer, and he took all those songs, because you got to remember, we're talking about artists from all around the world using different gear, different techniques, different levels of ability, and poor Dave's got to sit there, 64 songs, and level them all up. Chris, no word of a lie, I didn't touch the volume on my slider today once.
Yeah, and you could tell everything was just, it was. So I'm actually, even though, and I made this comment offline to Jade, you know, some people's like, oh, when's my song coming on? I'm like, I don't give a shit about my song. I want to hear everybody else's, because I've been hearing about it for so long. I know what my song sounds like because I listened to it 80 times. Jade mastered it for me, so I know what that sounds like. But I'm excited to hear for tomorrow what Ivan did to it, just to, you know, the, like you said, the little secret sauce and the little leveling, and I'm kind of pumped about that, because everybody else sounded amazing.
Because I sent the song that me and Brad did, and you know, I was pretty happy with it. And he's like, oh yeah, give me a few minutes, and 20 minutes later I get a song back. And somehow he made that thing just literally jump out of the speakers.
Yeah.
And it's not much different. It's just, you know, I guess like when you look at people like the Mix Club, you know, take away all the balls and all that stuff, that dude can do exactly the same kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Mix Club is a genius like that. Just when you've been in studios for a long time, you just understand there are certain software you can just pull out and just give it a little bit of a snap, and you're off to the races.
Yeah, they know just that little bit that it's going to need to jump off. And I listened to you and Brad make the song and part of it. I thought, oh, well, this is going to be pretty cool. Then I heard it today, like, oh, damn. So
Well,
that was fantastic.
I don't think we actually streamed the making of the song you heard.
Oh, maybe
we did-
not.
We did 2 songs
Okay.
when he was here. So we
Right.
did one that we didn't broadcast, obviously for the Music for Life thing. We didn't want people to hear it.
Okay. So this is the one that, that you didn't work on. Okay.
That's right. So we've got another one that's ready to go. But yeah, but
That was
the thing
probably the one I heard.
And I only got my song done 2 days ago. I know. But when you're in the position of like handling it and
Yeah, sure.
being behind the scenes, you get a little bit of extra time to make sure everyone else is right first. And to be honest, it was the first time I'd ever sung with Brad. And Brad has such a unique voice.
Yes.
It was very challenging to maintain me and yet slide underneath Brad. Oh God, I'm going to regret saying that.
Yeah. I don't clip things, luckily. So
Yes.
I won't
But-
use that against you.
And I was so nervous too because Brad was so excited. Going, oh, I'm doing a song with you. I came halfway around the world. We recorded a song. It's a big deal, and I was super nervous about it. And Dave Bahon played on it, but it's funny. I know Brad's probably sitting there when the song was playing, hoping everybody is my, because Brad's a bit like that. He'll be, is my song good? Does everyone like my song? And it's like, dude, every song is amazing. It's just, it's mind blowing. So behind the scenes, Russ did virtually everything, and there's still a lot more work to do. Russ was dealing with these labels,
Right.
and now it's on to obviously the charity. Yeah. So we're going to add something to their website. So these are just little things we have to wrap up. Then there's the radio stations, getting it played. We had little things that went down because here's the thing, Chris, you tell people things and you tell them over and over and you repeat them, and then you do another update show and repeat over and over. Please don't swear on the songs. Unfortunately, we did have about 5 songs full of swearing. So we had to go in and first reckon with the people and say, can you remove it? And some of them didn't want to. So we removed it. Because these days we have these amazing tools called stem splitters, and I can just rip your vocals out, beep the bits that I want, and then put it back into the song, and nobody knows. So they were some of the challenges we had to come up against with things like that, swearing, because kids are going to listen to this.
Yeah. I don't have the cleanest mouth on the planet, but it's not that hard. I
exactly.
coached kids for years, and I managed not to say shit, fuck ass, shit, fuck in front of the kids.
Fuck yeah.
It's
And-
not hard. It's not that hard.
Exactly.
I feel like it's New Year's Eve, and I'm like, I gotta get off.
So it had to happen because Laurie's here. And, I'm a swearer as well too, but I knew it was going into this album. But there was a couple of N-bombs in some of the hip-hop songs, but hey, African Americans, you can N-bomb all you want, in my opinion.
All right, we got to
N-bomb
call
away.
a timeout. Lori, I just banned you. Fuck me, I hit the wrong button because the thing, I am so fucking sorry.
I feel like it's New Year's Eve, and I'm like, I gotta get
Yeah.
off.
She got off all right.
Gary, go rescue her. Or let me see if I can. I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
You have to go into your control panel.
God damn it. I don't even know how to do that.
You got to go into YouTube Studio.
Are you fucking kidding me? Let's see if I can do it live on the.
YouTube Studio. I'll
All
help
right.
you through it. Yep.
All right, YouTube.
settings.
Here I am. Go to my channel. Da-da-da.
No, so you got to go into Studio.
All right. So let's see. So I'm in YouTube. No, that's Don's
Look at
channel.
Gary. I can't
Fuck
undo
Don.
that.
God damn it. I am so sorry, Larry. This is the second time. I killed David accidentally once, too.
She'll be on here in probably 10 minutes anyway.
Yeah. She'll go, you fucking prick. And she's not wrong. Okay, Chris Lane Sr. All right, so let's get in the studio.
Yeah. And then you go down to settings on the left-hand pane
Got it.
and community moderation,
Got it.
and you'll find it in the list of hidden users. I love looking at the list of hidden users because I never know who's going to be in there new that one of my moderators put in there, especially Russ. Russ does it sneakily. He just puts someone there and then I go,
Okay, she's back.
She's back.
Ah, bless America.
Well
Come
done.
back, Lori. What a moron. This I've got a brand new mouse and I love it, but it's super sensitive compared to my old Apple shit mouse, and I gotta be careful.
Yeah,
So-
I ditched the Apple mouse. I use one of these now.
Yeah, I got a Kensington.
I use one of these now.
Yeah, you know, I had a Wacom pad forever, and I really liked it. But Apple doesn't like Wacom, and they kept
No.
making the permissions, and finally it just became unusable. Okay, I thank you for being a good sport. I am so sorry.
Welcome back,
Jesus.
Laurie.
OMG. Yeah,
So-
exactly. You're not wrong. Pausing guitar is going to be cousin Vinny, cousin Tony's going to get me. All right.
So
Well,
for the everything that Russ did on here, a lot of the work really, Chris, was done in the last week. You know, a lot of the real hardcore stuff we busted our ass. As I said, Dave was amazing. He was doing he basically got 10 songs at a time, dumped them into Logic, I'm sure, and was doing them one by one with 10 songs in a project. Mute, export for 64 tracks, and it turned out there was more than that, and even some songs didn't make it too. Like Russ had done a song with Liz Day,
oh, really?
and we just didn't have the time to finish
Yeah,
it.
wow.
It'll probably make the next album, so that's okay. No one's heard it, but yeah, this and I'm sure there's lots of people who didn't get their stuff in as well. But yeah, it was Russ was the mastermind. He's the legend. I just came in and did the show and helped where Russ, just the things Russ couldn't do, like typing out long names and stuff. That's got to be a pain with one arm. But very exciting to have it out in the wild already. And, there's a lot of good songs on that third album too. It was amazing when we did, because for those of you who don't know, we drew the album. So we used a robotic claw and dropped down to pull balls out to pick the album. So it was absolutely fair.
Yeah. And I was looking forward to that show, but Saturdays during the summer, I'm out in the backyard. I'm gardening, and so I missed it. But yeah, it was a great concept. It's like, and I was teasing Jade before we came on, because it's me. I knew I was going to be on the last album, maybe even the last track, because that's how I roll.
lost.
If there's 64 things to be chosen, I'll be chosen 64, because that just is how my life rolls, and that's okay. It is what it is.
Where actually are you? I'm trying to find.
It's a mystery to me. Mystery to me.
You are track 18 on the last album.
Okay, so tail end Charlie, or close
You're
to.
pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I be?
And
doesn't-
I didn't
doesn't
actually
matter.
know we were doing 3 albums until a few days ago.
Well, yeah, with that many tracks, though, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
So
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
And it's just going to build too, I think, because, later on this year, we're going to kick off the US one. And we've now, because we've got these, with this spreading to bigger artists and, not bigger artists, but more seasoned artists who have a place, have some kind of big following that's not just on YouTube or like all of us.
Right.
That's just going to spread, and it's interesting how all that happened. So Russ went over to the US because of some family stuff.
Right.
For those of you who don't know, Russ's wife lives in the US, and they had a family thing go down, which is horrible. But Russ had to go over there. But while he was there, he got asked. Somebody contacted him and were like, "Hey, are you this guy who used to make all this techno music back in the 90s?" He was like, "Yeah, that's me." And they end up being from this record label, Trax Records, and we're like, "Dude, we're like the biggest fans of you." And
Small world, right?
they dragged him out. They did a radio interview with him, and then he went on the radio again. I think he did 3 interviews,
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
and now he's met all these people and like all these big rappers and stuff just reaching out going, "We want to be involved. We want to do this thing." So
Cool.
really cool how that's
Very
panned out.
cool. I thought I banned you.
Ah,
All right, I feel like it's New Year's Eve, and I'm like, I gotta get off. I was getting off. That's why it's taking me so long to get off.
right. Who would have thought, Laurie, that you would have ended up all your songs on the last album?
Like, what are the odds? I have 4.
Well,
I mean,
again, if you're
Chris-
involved with me, 100%. But
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, you got one on the third album, second album. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I saw one on the second one when it came out, and I'm laughing because
Yeah.
it didn't even make the top 10 when he did the album and a half. But I was
I
there
know.
to support. Everybody
Well,
was
good,
awesome. Amazing.
because there's.
So much good music.
Yeah, and I didn't. The thing is, I'm only getting to hear it now too. There's only a few that I've heard, and they were some of the ones. Because I'm not going to lie, let's just tell the truth as it is. Some of the songs we had to fix.
Hi, Jimmy.
We
Yeah, I
had
was just
to.
hering you say that. Like,
We had to
because
do
of bad
some
words?
serious magic. No, not that was another issue. There was some mixes that weren't the best, but
mine.
Dave is just he's a magician. I don't know how he does it. Like
He's good.
he's such a great engineer and musician, and yeah, so he smashed it out the park. Like when I heard some of the tracks that we'd initially heard that were like, ooh, that one's a bit rough. And then I heard it back. I'm like, it sounds like a completely different song. What did you do?
That's awesome. So, but they're supposed to come in mixed to you, and then you guys just master, or
Yes. Or people
somebody
can
bring it
master them.
mixed?
People can master them themselves.
Master.
Master. But yeah, even I mastered my own song, but sent it to Dave, and Dave just added this. He just goes, leave it with me. He did his magic, sent it back, and I was just like, what did you do, man? It only took 5 minutes. What did you do?
Well, I know Folk Punk was saying, and a lot of people were saying, I don't know the terminology, but to make an album sound cohesive, Dave did all that. Like, so they all are leveled and, right? It just, everything sounded amazing. And I didn't put my earphones in. I'm kicking myself until like halfway through your show. And I'm like, wow, these sound so good. you know?
always.
Yeah,
Well, that's
I
a
know.
new
I
style
just
of
put-
listening.
That's why I have them ready now. I never have them ready, but I put them in for your show. I was like, oh my God. And there were songs
Yeah.
that were pinging and ponging, and like, and the sound quality was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
super impressed.
Yes.
Yeah, Dave's a legend. Yeah, that's the thing. We can't rely on, because with a lot of streaming services now, they say 14 LUFS is the level that they want, and there's a reason for that. I mean, you don't need to submit a song at 14 LUFS. You can submit a song at 8 LUFS, right? Whatever. The lower the LUFS, the louder the song's going to be.
Yeah.
So 8 LUFS is what a lot of dance music uses. But 12 is around the average. So we bought everything up to 12 and all the levels. So on Bandcamp, they're going to be nice and juicy and loud.
Yeah.
But if you take these songs, if you've recorded one of these songs and then we've done our magic to it, and then you decide to release it and you use that track and it goes out on, Spotify or Apple, it will go down to 14 LUFS and it will be dropped. And there's a reason they do that. And the reason is people work out, they listen to playlists. There's nothing worse than if you're running and then a song's on and you're going, hey, that's a nice level. I'm running, everything's good. And then on comes a song that's like 3 LUFS and blows your eardrums out.
Exactly. Well, I mean, and that's why we noticed so much as you were playing through the albums today that it was dead level. It was lovely because you usually don't get that listening experience.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very important part of the process. And we're so blessed to have Dave.
He's awesome.
He does anything for us. And I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, we're blessed to have you and Russ too. Close up.
Good. Yeah, I'll get Dave's number after.
you need a button,
you guys
Laurie.
to do the show. I know. I
Yoink,
have to stand up to get to my camera. But no, you did great. To sit there, like you said, and get a flat ass is a lot. I look
Look, we
black.
could-
Does
we
anybody
could
want
have
to
done
talk
it.
how black I look? I went to the beach today. I'm looking
that's-
compared to you two. I'm like, you guys are pasty.
I don't know about that. I don't want to comment on that. Not in today's environment.
Well, it is Juneteenth.
Skin, yes.
Yeah.
I mentioned that earlier.
Oh, sorry. Don't say anything about the C word. Is that what you're going to say?
No, I know you were the only one that thinking that for whatever reason.
I thought I heard you say skin something.
No.
Hi,
I thought you were
boss.
talking about the word.
not that word. We could say that one.
All
loud.
right.
Yeah, no, I had the day off, so I went to the beach. It was my first beach day. I loved it. It was like 87 degrees, 31 for you Celsius people.
Well, there you go.
Look at you learning conversions and stuff. Aren't
just-
you an adult?
Double it and add 30. So I kind of know it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of those Americans that I can do the conversion and I'm fluent in it, and I just choose the hell not to. Fahrenheit,
Well, Leela, we're posting each other's like,
inches.
temperatures, and we're all doing it in Celsius. And Leela's from the United States, and I'm like, she posted like, oh, it's only 14 here, and I'm like, it's 31 here. I'm like, we talk Fahrenheit. Why are we doing this? I mean, there's
Yeah.
not even that many non-Americans in our
What,
group.
I can't wait for the day that, Liberation Day, that you all finally join us on the correct measurements.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's,
Well, that's why I'm learning now. Yeah.
us Americans like to cling to certain things. Yeah, they've tried to convert us to metric for decades, and it's just never.
would've-
They used to have them both on the speedometer, and they gave up. They said, "Screw it."
So you guys say kilometers. Do you say pounds, or is it stones? What is it? Stone.
Kilograms.
Like weight.
Yeah, kilograms.
When you weigh yourself in kilograms. I'm not
Yeah.
taking food. Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't. I can't.
Yeah.
I hear people say stone and go,
What?
Am I talking to someone from the Stone Age?
Yeah,
to say the
someone
old
from old England. I was 20 stone.
20 stone.
I lost 3 stone today.
It's because they cut me leg off. Yeah,
Well, we'll get there.
kilos is an
How's
important
Dom doing?
measurement.
Dom, get
It's
his,
really cold here as well too, but the sun is out. It's so weird, like freezing nights, really cold, but the sun's out every day. Strange.
Well, see, that's a total Colorado thing because I walk around in shorts pretty much year round. And there are days that the sun is out and I feel it's wonderful. And then I'll look at my phone and the temperature is 26 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, below zero, like for you guys. I'm like, But it doesn't feel like that because of the radiation. And I'm a mile closer to the sun than most people. You sea level
I
people.
love when it gets to be spring and when you go in your car, it's all warm in the car because it's just the rays going through. It's still cold out, but the car's warm. You get all cozy. Just me.
It's all wonderful. All right, back to music. Damn it. We've segued into a weird space.
I was going to break to something else. So I've been using ChatGPT, right?
I love ChatGPT.
I'm having so much fun with it, right?
so fun.
And last night we tried to turn Russ into Oscar the Grouch.
That's pretty good.
Not working so well now.
And then we tried to turn Dave into Big Bird next to the bin of Oscar the Grouch. And then we turned Brad into Animal from the Muppets.
Oh no!
That's pretty accurate.
It even
Look
got
at
his
that
tattoos.
bandana.
I know. I've been having so much fun with ChatGPT.
I've never
That's a
used
hoot.
ChatGPT for characters because I use Meta AI on Facebook.
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Meta is scary because I started dipping my toe in that.
You look
And it's like
ridiculous.
deadly accurate for me. I mean, it was getting the droopy eyelid and everything. And the weird muscles in my forearms is like, you know too much about me. And I'm frankly now a little afraid.
That looks-
The other night we made a cut. We made a TV series with ChatGPT about Ivan Idea,
oh, yeah.
and we called it Super Gay.
Super
And look at the, he's got Brad in his arms, and then he met Leslie Nielsen,
Oh my god,
and then he took Leslie Nielsen for a fly in the air,
that's fun.
and then he met this woman, I don't know, outside of a chocolate house, and then he had a hot dog because it's super gay, and then he hung out with these guys, and there's the trailer.
I love it. See, it does anything. High cover by CQ.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
need
perfect partner. You tell it to do whatever.
I need to work a little more on ChatGPT. I used it for a while there to write the promos for this show. And it was so over the top that they were kind of funny. But after a while, I was like, people are going to come to the show thinking all this wonderful stuff's going to happen. Yeah. It's not. It's this show.
Well, you can
You have to train it. So you can train it, Chris. You can go in and decide how you want it to be, what kind of answers you want.
Yeah, I need to spend more time with it.
And
But
then you fill in all your details about yourself, like your web links and all this stuff. And then so now whenever I go to ChatGPT, I just say, make an image of me. And it just knows. It gets the piercings right, the blue eyes, because I've filled in all the all the stats about me. So
I mean,
it's
I've been
good.
just using it for facts and knowledge, but I've been using it mostly for my diet. And I'll be like, listen, I have chicken in the fridge. I have like I'll name everything. Tell me what my macros should be for my dinner. Make me a dinner, and it does it. And then
So good.
but it remembers me, and it goes, oh, remember those cookies you made the other day? Do you want to make those tonight? Like I'm like, yeah, and I was just made a batch of cookies right now, hour ago maybe.
And yes, Big Club, I have the paid version. So
Yeah,
I
I've just
don't,
been
but
dipping my toe with the freebie.
they only give you
I've never lost
two photo generations a day. I can't live with
Yeah.
that.
Oh, for the photo.
Yeah, I haven't even tried the art generation with it. I've tried some of the other ones, and again, some are better than
Sorry,
others.
we keep digressing.
Well,
Yes.
that's all right. I mean, it's part of
Music.
it's a creative process, and I know in the community talked a lot about AI and AI music. I'm generally not crazy about AI in a lot of respects, but it can be an excellent tool if you focus and use it as it's designed to be a tool for you.
Yeah, use it like a sampler. I mean, we've been sampling
That's a
stuff
great
for years,
analogy.
right?
Yeah.
Like, and there was a lot of. Remember, everything that's new is old. Like the same arguments come up.
Oh,
When
yeah.
sampling first came out, everybody was like, "Sampling, it's ripping people off." Blah, blah. We've gone through that. This is the same kind of thing, except the first thing you want to do if you make something AI is put it in a DAW and stem split it, take something from it, and then combine it with. That's the way you do it. I'm just going to say it, if you
Low, thank you.
if
Yep.
you just go to one of these music things and just give it a prompt, and then that's your song, and you release it, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
You're not a musician.
All right, let's do a mic check with Lori. You are a little low, or were. Go. Talk to us.
hello.
A little bit more.
More.
See, when I put these in, I don't have the mic slider in StreamYard, so I have to, and I've turned the one on my Yamaha low. Is that good? What's
More
going on?
better.
You can
I
go
think you
louder.
still come up a little bit more.
My gain's loud, and this slider is.
That's all right.
the middle
Just
button.
push it. Just
Yeah.
push it. Don't be afraid
Yeah,
of
poor
Push it
last
good.
week.
How's
Yeah,
that?
last week Lori was blazing. I checked.
And then you
Yeah.
guys have me turned down, but it's
There you
it's,
go.
it's louder
That-
when these aren't.
Now you're
in.
better.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go.
Now you
Okay.
better. Thank you. Hi, Kristen.
More better.
More better.
More better.
Well, so I don't use AI to make music. Obviously, I'm doing covers anyhow. I'm not making music, but
You're not making covers anyhow. I will not stand
I
for that.
know. Thank
You have
thank
original.
you.
Here's a fact. Flock fact.
Oh.
No, seriously. I remember when we did the first charity album
Yeah.
back in 2023, and I remember you being in the chat when we announced it, Laurie, saying, "What am I going to do? I just do covers," and you stole the show on that album.
Oh, thanks.
You-
No, I did
you know,
one song
that's-
with Frank. Frank's song was
Yeah,
awesome.
but that's the song we used all the way through the advertising for
Yeah.
this one. So
Yeah.
it was the song of the album, in my opinion. And here you are on this album. What do you got? Four songs,
yeah.
5 songs?
With Chris. I have 4. Yeah.
You're a champ.
One's with
You've
Chris.
stolen
Well,
the
that's
show.
it. I know two really that I have a relationship with, two really good keyboardists, Lori and Mike Molino, and I talk to Lori all the time, and I kicked her the song idea. It was a rough, and I said, "Here's what I got. What do you think?" She goes, "Oh, I like that." And I said,
it.
"Then I would love you to please play on it." She goes, "Well, I'm not sure what I do." And I said, "Just do your thing." And less than a
figuring
week
it out.
later, she sends me back a track, and it's kick ass. It was exactly what I envisioned in my head if I
Thank you.
could play piano.
Well, that period, I say I don't. When I say I don't do originals, I don't have the time. I don't want to offend anybody who can do this really quickly. But for me, with all the covers and everything else, I'm like, I spent on those 4 songs. That's all I did, was those songs every night.
Yeah.
I didn't work on any covers. I didn't put out anything. I might have put out like old video or something, but I just worked on those until I was happy with it, and till you guys were happy with it. The people who actually created the song. But that's what I need to do. I need to put my head down and just do it and practice. And
Well, that's what you got to do. You got to grind.
but now we have to make videos. I'm like, how am I going to remember what the fuck I did? I did transcribe some music though, because I would play, record it, transcribe it, because I'm like, I have to go back to this and practice it tomorrow night, and I'm not going to remember what I did. And so I do have like cheat sheets of what I did, so I might be able to do a video still.
Yeah, luckily I'll be
months
good
later.
on my song because I play it, live, so I still know how
Yeah,
to play it.
you're good. You're good. No, it was a
Well,
lot
I'll
of
tell
fun.
you, funny story. When we were recording, me and Brad, our song, so there's a line in the song which Brad sings, "You made the bed you lay in." And we'd been recording for a week. And each day he'd take the recording and he'd demand me to send the recording, even though we're in the same house. And he'd just put on his headphones, just listening to it, just over
Yeah.
judging it over and over, right?
Mhm.
And then after a week, he says to me, we're outside, and he just goes, "Hey, I think I'm saying you mad the bed you lay in." And
I
I'm
remember
like,
that. Mhm.
I'm like, I just thought that was your Canadian accent, mate. And he goes, "No, it's supposed to be made the bed you lay
Oh,
in."
that's funny.
So we had to go after a week of listening to it. He finally, so
Wait
we
a
went
minute,
in
there's
and
a word
fixed it.
wrong. Yeah.
So now me and Russ are working on a dance mix
Ooh.
Mad the bed you lay in. Mad the bed you lay in.
with the original.
Mad the bed you lay in. Mad.
We're going to use that "Mad the Bed You Lay On." We're going to put it in a dance
Yes.
track.
Yeah. Mad.
You're mad the bed.
Oh, that's
He's
gonna be
gonna hate us.
fun. Hi, Hugh
There he is.
and Camellia.
Caldwell. Yep.
that's
Because
funny,
we're
Jake, yeah.
blowing through stuff, we're not saying hi to people in the chat as much
I
as
know.
we could, and I
we're
apologize.
Yapping hot over here.
But yapping hot, and that's
Yapping
good.
hot.
Here's what I am going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead, and I said I'd pull a couple select tracks. Let's listen to the Brad example Jade track right now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, let's do that.
Crank it
Doggone it.
Hi, Stephanie.
It's on Music for Life A.
Track 3.
There it is.
Yeah.
Are we ready for this? The World is a Circus by Brad Example and Jade Starr featuring Dave Bond.
The train pulls from the station. So long I've been waiting. I sold my soul for so much more than it has taken. I believed in the lies I was told. Tried so hard to get back what I sold. The plans have changed, rearranged. The life I've lived is oh so strange. The world is a circus without any purpose. You made the bed you lay in. The past you're ashamed of, the skies and the secrets you hide. Can't blame me for trying. The tears that I'm crying, it's all brand new. The roads I choose will take me somewhere without you. Always a suspect, never a convict. There's no blood on my hands. I may be imperfect. You can't collect a verdict. Time's moving faster. I know what I'm after. I'm getting older in the ripples on the banks of the river that flows behind where I live. The world is a circus without any purpose. You made the bed you lay in. The past you're ashamed of, the skies and the secrets you hide.
He does all right, that dude. So Brad wrote that whole
Amazing.
song.
That's
I didn't
crazy.
write anything. So I'll tell you a little bit of a background behind it. He gets here because it's great. You know, we've all done collaborations with people, overseas. But to have someone in your house from overseas, in your studio that, you've built up and never had
together.
anyone in here. Yeah, like this, he was the first person I had in here to record apart from myself,
Right.
And,
So great.
and it was so cool. I had this idea that we were going to write a song together. And it became very apparent that Brad had this idea and he wanted to go with it. And, sometimes you just take a step back, and I got no problem doing that. I was just happy to engineer the whole thing, add some vocals. And
Were you backup vocals for him, or is that
yeah.
him?
no, it was me.
That sounded
Yeah,
great.
that
I was
was
gonna say I've
Jade.
never heard Brad with backup because he just usually does acoustic.
Trust me,
some of
Laura,
his songs, but-
it was so hard.
Well,
Was
because
it high?
Brad has such a
unique.
distinctive voice.
yeah.
Yeah.
And,
But it
and you
just-
don't want to rip anything from it. You want it to be there, and you don't want to lose your own style as well. But you've got to follow the main vocal.
Yeah.
And Brad's so rough around those edges that you kind of, I had to step my mind out of, all right, a trained singer, let's take off the wheels. All right, let's go with the feeling and do that. And
Huge compliments to you, Jade, because unbelievably difficult to do, given your background and everything. And it's like, very disparate styles. And that really worked. I really, really like that track. It's a great song.
I'm happy with it. So the other thing, we did get into a fight, an argument. It was huge because he was like,
Creative
yeah,
fight.
when you finish, yeah, totally.
Pineapple.
He's like, when you finished the song, send it to Dave. I have an idea to mix and master. And I was like, no,
I'm here.
no,
Can
you're
I
not taking the song away from me.
Yeah.
I hardly wrote anything on it. So no, I'm finishing it and I'm doing it. And it was like, you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And he got mad.
No, it was just Brad gets ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he gets ideas, guess what? He doesn't let go of them. So,
Yeah. He
Brad,
seems like a stubborn dude. But yeah, that was the discussion in the chat when that song was playing. Brad's voice has been places and done shit. And you can hear every bit of it in that voice.
Yeah.
And I mean that as an utmost compliment. I've done some of the shit Brad's done. I've been to some of the places Brad, and my voice sounds nothing like that. It didn't integrate into me like it did him. And
You haven't
And
had
the thing-
as rough a life, maybe, Chris.
well, that's what I'm kind of hitting
probably.
at.
The thing is too, I can do Brad's voice. You're mad, the bed you're laying. I can copy Brad's voice perfect.
You had to do
But
your own.
if I did that, it wouldn't be right. You wouldn't hear me in there.
Right. Now that would be no bueno, as
Well,
we
it
say.
was beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was a
The
really
last
good
thing-
track.
The last thing I'll say on it, and he knows this, I intentionally, it was finished actually for a while, but we were holding off sending it to him because he was already in Clubhouse saying, oh, but when you finish it, Jade, send it to me. I'm going to redo the bass. And I'm like, no, you're not redoing the bass. So we came together, me, Russ, and we were just like, we just won't tell him that it's finished until the day before. And then he can't complain.
Well, why would you want to touch it after you finished it?
Yeah.
Well, because it's Brad. It's Brad.
Yeah, well, there
Where
you
is
go.
Brad?
That's all you need to know.
Brad,
It's
come
Brad,
on,
right?
He'll be asleep by now. This is the guy, went out on a fishing charter boat
Yeah.
who can barely walk and virtually got flipped out the boat. And I had to catch him before he got, the guy's
Brad.
he's a terror.
Yeah, he's a danger to himself and others.
Absolutely.
The guy who slid off the road in the middle of a blizzard going
So
to a
cute,
gig and
though. He's so cute.
had to get rescued by the Mounties.
He's cute when he's asleep in your house, Laurie, and his mouth's wide open. You start dropping things into his mouth.
Well, his mouth's wide open when he's on live. I mean,
Yeah,
That didn't happen 25 times when he was here.
that's awful.
yeah. There you go. New T-shirt. It's Brad.
It's
good idea,
Brad.
Paws and Guitars.
Yeah.
Oh, but great track, and that's just one of 64 great tracks on this album. Gary was kind enough to put the links up. You can buy those albums right friggin' now. So
Yeah.
I'm going to, I can't do it right friggin' now because I'm doing this show. But after this show, I'm going to go buy the albums. And then tomorrow when album C comes out, I'll go buy that one. Because I listen to the first album all the time.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
tracks on that. But I got to tell you what I've heard of this one, everybody leveled up their game. I mean, artists that we know and we know their talent level and that they're good. I heard their song and went, well, damn, that's the best I've heard them do.
I already bought them, so I'm psyched. So yeah, if you buy, like Jade said, if you buy one, you get all three of them.
Yeah,
So,
just
so
go
be
and,
generous. Be generous if you can.
yeah, just I mean, it's up to you how you do it. Pay on one of them and then go get the other two for free, or
Well,
pay
folks,
split
it's
it
a
up into three
triple
payments,
album.
whatever. You know.
Keep in mind, it's a triple album. If you bought a triple album from Guns N' Roses, what would they charge you?
Yeah.
Right. But there's no cover
And
slip.
price it accordingly.
We don't want to put pressure on anybody. This is
No,
you know,
I
this
mean,
is
if you're a little short, man, just make a token. You know, throw a couple bucks at it, but do
Yeah.
what you can. Because again, this is the money is going to the kids. Keep that in mind. It's not going to the artist.
Hi,
It's not going to a
Jerry.
record company. It's not going to some promo. It's going to kids who are suffering from cancer.
Absolutely.
And I got to say too, you know, we'll talk about this at the end of tomorrow's show. But Gary Hubbs has been a massive help to us.
Yeah.
You know, as I said, it's all about the musicians. It's without the songs, it doesn't exist. Russ is the brainchild. I'm just the hanger on who makes sure Russ gets help. Dave is just a genius, and Gary Hubbs came through big time with us because you know, it's hard to set up a PayPal to do all this stuff, and especially when you're in another country, and then once the money's collected, you've got to send it to somebody else's PayPal to go send to the, and you lose a percentage of money. So thanks to Gary, he helped us out, set up a new PayPal, which is in Canadian dollars. So when we do donate the money, we're not going to lose anything, right? So
Very sweet of him. In fact, I think this year is when Gary just figured out how to set up his own PayPal.
I don't.
So it was
good
fresh.
on you, Gary. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Gary's
it's
got
funny-
it figured out.
I texted Gary during the show and I said, "Did you get my PayPal for that album?" Because it showed up, but it was less. And I go, "Oh, that's right. My U.S. money is less in Canada."
Yeah, that's right. We're
I
Think
forgot
about
about
that. Think about that when you're buying it. Your money's worth shit in Canada.
no,
I
truly
raised it up.
not
I raised
for
it up.
nothing. I pay what I would pay a U.S. artist, but the Canadians get more because, you know, keep that in mind. Well, the
I knew it was
inverse, I
gonna-
didn't say that right. If you think you're going to give them 10, 20 bucks,
Yeah.
well, you're not. You're giving them 20 bucks Canadian, so it's only costing you 17, whatever the exchange rate is this minute. So
It's about 15.
be a little extra generous.
Well, I mean, I knew it was going to a Canadian account, but I just assumed when I typed it in on my PayPal, it was typing in what I wanted American wise, and I didn't realize. Whatever, it was still generous.
Their money is called loonies, folks. That's all you need to know.
Loonies. Hi, James
For a
Meyer.
reason.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, this was relatively easy for me. I'm not looking forward to. Well, of course, I'm looking forward to it. But when the Australian edition comes around, that's when the pressure's going to be on me because
Yeah.
I have to deal with all the charities, and
Right.
it's going to be the fun stuff.
Well, yep. Soon it'll be your turn in the barrel.
I know. Thank God America's up next.
Yeah. Well, Mark is easy. We're just
If I can, Chris, Adorable Anarchy just entered the chat, and she will be on Frank's. Is it Monday? AA. I
Yes.
love calling her AA.
I
Monday.
started calling her AA when she joined up because it's, you know,
Yeah, but I saw the
makes
promo he put out of you. It's awesome. So go check out the
yeah,
promo
that'll be
for-
fantastic.
Yes,
If you're
she's
not
doing-
subbed to Adorable Anarchy, great songs there. Check her out.
And she's doing a podcast too now, which I watched. I was there for a podcast. I didn't say anything in the chat. I had it on the background, so I watched it.
Okay.
Go and check it out. She's got another one
Good.
set.
Good to
Very
know.
cool. Very cool.
Hey, James Myers has joined us. I think he was working on his old drum room. How are you?
The big homeowner now. Congrats
I thought you were
again.
going to say the big homo.
The big homo, James Myers. Welcome.
The big homo.
You know, well, James just
Homeowner,
got
homeowner.
outed by Lori on the show, and you know, I don't know how
now-
he feels about that.
He's now
No,
a little
he
light
bought a
Lopez.
home, folks. Her pronunciation is a little challenging from being from Aston.
Figure-
Yeah.
I said
She said-
homeowner.
Yeah, it didn't sound like that.
She cut me off before I finished. You. Listen, he's trying to get chicks. He's a single guy with a house to himself.
Relax,
with
will
all
you?
those acres.
Yeah, I'm just, ladies, just
That's
if
not going to
you're,
help, Laurie.
we're not going to Costa the guy, but he's in a state in the
Speaking of
U.S.
Costa,
We're not gonna cost.
And
I wonder where Costa is today. Does anyone know?
No.
no, we're not going to go there.
Outing me. I was
But-
outing you, James.
But James would be a catch, and we, just saying, a drummer owns a house. I mean, right there. Let's stop right there. A drummer who owns a house,
Right?
not.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Well, he's probably not drumming for a living.
No, well, no, that's why he owns a house.
Yeah, that's me. My son's gonna do it for a living.
I know.
Listen to
I
me.
got a
hope,
drummer,
I
and
hope.
he's not drumming for a living. Can trust me. Anywho,
Everything is crazy when you're drumming for a living. No, working for a living. What's the first line before working for a living?
no, working for a living. I don't know.
Come on, it's Huey Lewis.
I know.
I knew,
but
I
I'm
knew
not a
as
big
soon as
fan.
she- I knew as soon as she sung one song, now you can't shut her up.
I sing all the time now. It's fun. Jade, you should come on with the show. I'm doing bad karaoke now on my show on Friday. I've done it.
Oh,
Did I do
really?
it twice, Chris, yet? Or maybe just once, but now I'm going to make it a thing where I put up a karaoke thing, but everybody on panel sings, so it's all off. It's so fucking great.
Oh, it's
genius.
the worst.
But it's
I've
wasn't
seen
bad.
it.
It wasn't that bad.
I've seen it. I watched
Yeah.
it last week. I'm
Come
there.
sing.
Yeah,
Come
it was
sing.
painful.
You know, I've you know when you set yourself some kind of rules, and it's just it sucks, Laurie, that it's on that day. Like that day's Saturday
You
for
never
me,
have to
and
explain to me. I know you've watched too,
and
but you don't.
I just I love that day now, just to sit back and just watch everyone else be live instead of me be live.
Yeah.
I know. No, you
I
don't
feel
have to
like I
explain.
suck so
I
much
just wanted to
energy
talk
out of
about my
YouTube
karaoke
anyway.
part. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
well.
can't do it too much. Yeah, there's so
There you
much
go.
like, oh my gosh.
Plus, I'm kind of planning Walk With Me's comeback too. So
Oh, good.
Yeah, good. Walk with me this season was fun. I
Bike with
enjoyed
me,
it, and
walk with
bike
me,
with me a little
Train
bit.
with me.
we got through it.
Hey, going on choo-choos with me. Obviously, I was a big fan of that.
Chris
We've got
goes
another
up
train one
moist.
coming up for you, Chris. And we're going to do I think I'm going to do the overnighter, the overlander it's called, from Melbourne to Adelaide.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do an overnight. I'm going to get a cabin in the train and do the overnight experience and then go into Adelaide, spend a day and a half there and do a Walk With Me episode with Pete,
Who?
I love that. Who?
that guy, Pete Johns.
I love
and I
that.
think
So fun.
Where's
I think I'm
Pete?
doing another Walk With Me with Samantha Edge. So hopefully we'll do that and get some people on with me to walk with me. Pete loves a walk, you know that.
Very nice. Yes, he does. He will come on this show occasionally and do a little walkabout and tell us about things in Adelaide, which is, again, I think
11-11.
interesting.
Yay.
11-11.
Nice one, Gary.
Oh,
That's a
1-11 here.
Yeah, I want to see you inside your cabin. Like I want that to be part of the film and the edit.
Oh, yeah.
cuts.
Oh, it will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I think you can order dinner as well, and they bring dinner to your cabin. and it
Good
looks-
stuff.
It looks like dog shit. That's exciting.
Probably.
Oh,
is.
it's
Train
take
food.
lots of video of the locomotive for me
For Chris.
because I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
love
me,
trains.
Chris. I love trains too. You know, you can tell by how many tram shots. I love trams more actually. Trams are just amazing.
They're fascinating. That was a kick-ass museum. I gotta say, they have done a beautiful job. Those cars were beautifully restored. Big fan.
You know, I found that place by accident halfway through the show. I was
Really? Just
riding
wandering
along
around
and I was looking at Google Maps on my phone while I was riding and it just come up Tram Museum. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, that's just over there. Let's go.
You found a lot
That's-
of good free ones too. Free
Yeah.
admission.
Well, I'm a cheap bitch.
Yeah, but you're
Hey,
lucky
you
too,
know,
'cause
we
some
all
of them
gotta
you still
economize.
Walk with me costs a lot of money. I'm not going to lie.
I know. Well, you got to go buy a beer and you got to
At least $100 an episode.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah,
Hey,
between lunch or dinner and
but you know,
train rides.
it's what you love to do. So it's nothing, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way. And I got all this new camera gear too for the new season. So no more. You know how in some of the episodes you'll see some of the TV screens in the background at the train station flickering,
Yeah.
and like
Because
it's
it doesn't pick up the frequency.
Or you need a polarization lens on it. So I went and got
You're
all the cameras
crazy.
polarized, so now I can.
Crazy.
It's little things,
Yeah, yeah.
little things, you
I
Just
think we all put
little
money
pro
into our
bits.
shows, yeah, on our
know. Little
channels
things
when we
mean a
can.
lot.
Absolutely. I mean,
Bye, Dad.
yep, doing the dad taxi. We got to get that guy sponsored by Bowen Lager. I mean, they are missing a bet. I don't know what they're thinking.
He
He's
tagged
just
him
gonna
on
send an
Instagram and I
email.
saw it.
Yeah.
What?
We need to
Email.
clip
Email me.
a couple of his episodes and send it to their marketing department and go, you got a hometown boy here and he loves your product. He's on every week. Hello.
Yeah, what he should do is go and clip every can open
He's got that.
and put them all
Last year he
into
did that,
put them all into one clip, and where he talks about it and says I should get a sponsor, put them all into one clip,
Yeah.
shoot it off to them. They'll love it.
Imagine they just send him cases like every week for the show.
What's the worst thing that could happen? They say,
know.
that's
You'd
nice.
Exactly. Well, that's it. They can only say no.
Yeah, that's it. You
Okay.
can't get a yes if you don't ask the question.
Exactly.
Rule number one of sales, folks. Ask for the sale. So many salespeople, especially when they start out, forget to ask for the sale. And then they wonder why they don't sell things. That's why. You didn't ask.
Yeah, it's the same with when I asked Billy Gould from Faith No More to come on my show for an interview. Dude, do you really think that was going to happen? I'm like, this ain't going to happen. He was just like, yeah, cool. I was like, what? All
That's
right.
so cool.
Don't know. Don't ask. Don't
You
know.
don't
Well,
know until you ask the
happen to
question.
have his information already somehow.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I did.
that helps.
Yeah, because
How do you get a hold of him, you know?
I'd toured with them before. So I was a bit of a cheat, but whatever. You know, I'm not name dropping.
Nothing wrong with that. If you know somebody, that's good stuff.
Miss Stephanie says, I hate catching the train now because I grew up catching trains so much in Melbourne. Oh, see, I love trains in Melbourne. They're so clean. Trains in
I
Melbourne.
always
clean.
want the train. You know what? Speaking of Miss Stephanie, I've had one of her tracks, her new one, for a couple weeks now, and I haven't got a chance to play it. So I do too. So I'm going to fire this up right now. Let's hear from our friend down under, Miss Stephanie, and this is her new song. I think she released it about 3 weeks ago. Now, called "The Sweetest Thing."
Have you ever looked inside someone's asked for a place to hide? Or have you ever felt a touch? Felt like something about it wasn't much. I met you, you met me. You were the sweetest thing. You rush on in the morning while your voice sang me a story. There were him. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, you say him. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And you became the sweetest thing, 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 the sweetest thing. Would you ever tell a lie to see how far it could survive? Or would you ever give your time, give your life to spend with mine? 'Cause I met you and you met me, and you were the sweetest thing. You rush on in the morning with your voice said, send me a story. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, you said him. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And you became the sweetest thing, the sweetest thing, the sweetest thing, the sweetest thing. try to hide the butterflies I feel inside. Oh, don't you ever fall apart, 'cause you want me over, yeah, you want my heart. I met you and you met me, and you are the sweetest thing. You rush on in the morning, your voice, it sent me a story that we're in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, you're saying, whoa, 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 whoa. And you became the sweetest thing, 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 the sweetest thing. The sweetest thing, the sweetest thing, the sweetest thing, oh yeah, the sweetest thing, the sweetest thing, the sweetest thing, the sweetest thing, oh.
Yay!
Fantastic.
Sweetest thing.
That's
Awesome.
particularly good.
So,
I gotta say, I'm right now. I got a newer car, and they always give you the free satellite radio for a month or so after you buy one, in hopes that you'll be stupid enough to subscribe to it. So I'm listening to Classic Rewind, which is like all the '80s cassette era songs, and I gotta say, being a part of this community, there are songs like that you could pick up and you could have stuck in that era and you had record company backing and they would have been million-selling hits. There are so many talented people, and you'll hear a little bit more of that on the album tonight. And that song, what a killer good song. That would have fit in any era and been a classic big seller. You know, it's just a shame that nobody pays attention. I mean, we all pay attention and you know, we all get views, and that's fantastic. But, you know, it's not like the old days where some A&R guy will go, oh, hey, I like you, kid, and, you know, have a cigar, you're going to go far, and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, it's a lot different these days. Yep.
Yeah, and that's
I was
that's
thinking
fine.
during that song, because she's in Melbourne and I'm in Melbourne. How cool would it be if she came over here to the studio, you know, my studio, and we recorded a song for her?
Oh, that would be killer.
I mean, I'm
Take
just,
her on
Hintsy,
walk with
hintsy.
me.
got a whole studio here.
And all the goodies, Miss Stephanie.
Drums, the whole lot.
I gotta say, when Brad was there for like the 4 weeks or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I was just
It
like so
seemed
jealous.
like-
He had Jade's studio at his fingertips, like everything, and she's running the shows for him when he's going live. And I'm like, I want to be in that studio. I told you I had dreams about it, Jade. I was like, oh, I dreamt that I came to.
He didn't even want to say goodbye to me, not because he.
I know it was hard.
It wasn't because of me. He just didn't want to leave the studio.
Yeah,
We know
Fair
that
enough.
because he didn't say goodbye to me. He just left.
I know. It would have hurt him too much. Gotta
Yeah.
go. The Uber's here. See ya.
Some people suck at goodbyes, so
Nice.
I
Hi,
kind of
Gary.
get it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was a
should
great
do it.
closure.
I
Stephanie, let's do it. We'll sort it out at some stage.
Yeah,
I
matchmaker.
felt that, Jade, though,
matchmaker.
because I'm like a hugger, and I'm like, oh my God, it was a great week. I loved having you here. And Brad just like ditched you.
Oh, I
I'm
wouldn't have been
tangled. I
that
don't know.
much. I would have been like, get out.
All right, man. Thanks.
Can I have my coffee machine back now?
Yeah. Did you leave any socks under the bed?
In my
Let's,
car.
you know,
man.
time to go.
That dude drinks coffee like it's these last coffee.
He can't drink more coffee than me. I drink coffee all day.
No.
Really?
Laurie, we were out at the beach
Yeah.
and it was 30 degrees Celsius. Right? It was so hot. It was so hot. And he's carrying around a thermos full of coffee.
Oh,
and I've
yeah,
got got water bottles in my bag full of iced water. He's like, no. And he's just been drinking hot coffee all day. I'm like, dude, you are going to get dehydrated. You're in Australia. This ain't Canada.
I drink ice during the day.
Yeah.
So
We got to the hotel. We have dinner, and I'm like, yeah, just at least get a soft drink or something. No. Straight to the counter to make the public bar that we're in, make him a coffee. And they're like, we don't do coffee. But they
That's
felt
funny.
sorry for him and made him a little coffee.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't do
My
that at dinner.
goodness. I like
Robin.
coffee, but I'm finding I'm not drinking it like I did. I would drink a pot a day. I mean, it's 9:30 here in Colorado. I'm still drinking coffee, but I'm
drinking
not
mine,
finishing
yeah.
the pot here the last 2 months.
I have one a day. That's
Oh.
it. Like, I look, if I would love to have more, but I have yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I
it
mean,
doesn't
why?
affect-
affect me. It
I
doesn't
have
make me
water
trigger-
too, and
Yeah.
as we know on Fridays, a little bit of whiskey because a little bit of whiskey is
Hey.
good for you.
Hey.
So the doctor says, and by the way,
Burns
I
off
call
all
myself the
bad
doctor.
things. Yeah, you're the doctor.
I say my doctor doesn't say that.
Well, see, I make a hot pot of coffee in the morning because when I start work, I like to have the hot pot. But most often, I'm dumping half the mug because it's cold, so I'm not drinking a full cup. And then I go get my iced coffee, and that lasts all day, all night because I just keep putting ice in it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not a lot, but yeah, with dinner, Jade, I have to have soda or water. I can't have coffee with like my dinner. Ugh.
Oh yeah. Well, I just drink water. That's all I drink. So,
Water.
Well, I
Water.
drink a ton of water because
Yep.
here in
probably go
Colorado,
through-
you have to.
10 of these a day of water.
Oh,
Yeah.
peeing
Yeah,
all
my
the
kid
time.
carries around one of those, and that's about what he drinks a
I
day.
need one. I got my coffee cup with water in it because I don't even.
So yeah,
Those
I
are too small for me.
keep my base water thing, and I drink, I don't know,
That's
10,
cute. I like
15
that.
of these a day.
I quit drinking
crap, I
pop
can't.
in 2019 or soda, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I don't drink it.
Because, somebody told me in 2019, they're like, have you ever cleaned your toilet with a 2-liter bottle of Coke? I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then I poured the Coke in the toilet, was like, what? I could
Yeah.
eat my dinner off this toilet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's going in your stomach and
I'm
down
never
your
drinking
esophagus.
Coke again.
Yeah,
Yeah, no more
Yeah.
Coke.
indeed. I got you, Robin. Hey, I like a little tequila too. Actually, I have 2 mini bottles of some stuff I'm sampling, and the liquor store guy said it's good. But they're both aged like a whiskey in barrels, and so I think it's going to be kind of fun. And plus, when I go out with our Hispanic friends out on the farm, they're all tequila drinkers, and I have to show them that Irishmen can still drink more tequila than the Mexicans can because
More. Wow.
well,
Wow,
yeah.
damn.
Well, the last time I was out there, we're having a good time and we're partying and everything. And I look around and all the old uncles that I was drinking with, they're all passed out on the sofa. And I'm like, where are all my drinking buddies? They're all
What
done.
happened?
Yeah. So I'm like, all right.
Got old.
Yeah.
Chris,
Sometimes
before
you-
I forget, I want to say happy birthday coming up soon.
Yes. What's
When?
today?
June 23rd.
24th.
24th. Sorry.
24th.
24th. That's right. I
You
will
sure it's
be,
the 24th?
I will be
Are you sure about
38
that?
years old.
Wow. Again?
Yeah, for about the 28th time. No,
yeah,
I will be 63, folks. So I'm not doing bad for
You
63.
look great. I had you
You're
down on
okay.
my calendar.
I
on the
don't look a
23rd.
day over 60.
3.
Oh. Yeah. All right, so only a few days away. A few, 4 or 5. So another June baby. Another June baby.
Man, I don't know. I just forget how old I am.
No, you don't. Really?
Oh no, honestly, I don't care.
Yeah,
I just
sometimes-
don't care. Like
a
when
number.
I get asked, I'd go, "Oh, is it 53 or 54?"
I know, you
I
gotta
don't
count.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. I think it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine, the year I was born, it's fairly easy to do the math. I usually, but sometimes I've been wrong because mathematician is not my strong suit.
Nice. What's that?
Pigeons.
I thought it was your stomach growling. I'm like, someone's
It's my-
hungry?
Sound effect. I love it.
Yeah.
A good pigeon.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
could
I
play
would
this
say
one
clean
instead.
living, Zach, but that's not exactly true. I get lots of exercise, still not as much as I need. I do take care of myself. I eat pretty good. I don't drink a lot. I just drink more for taste and to keep the pipes a little clean and
A taste.
Yeah. Thou dost test way too much, Chris.
yeah, well, no, I mean this is my new whiskey glass that I like, and I fill it halfway and I do it twice on Friday and that's it. And ice. Because
That's a light.
except on my birthday,
I can trick you into this.
then I get housed. But that's not happening this year because I'm not having the
I've
barbecue.
seen that before.
Yeah. Well, last year when I showed up, my birthday was my party was on Saturday and I got housed. And my wife said, it was, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night or something. What are you going to do now? I said, I don't know. She goes, you're not going to go and get on the internet, are you? And I said, oh, absolutely not. And so then I went on G-May's show for 2 hours.
Yep.
And it was fine until I got to the point where I couldn't remember the lyrics of any of the songs. I'm like,
That
yeah,
was your
yeah, I'm done.
birthday? I feel like
Yeah,
that was
that-
just recently. That was a year ago?
That was a year ago.
Holy
Wow,
shit.
time goes fast.
And everybody
Yeah.
still remembers it, Chris. Jeez.
Well,
Yeah,
it was pretty memorable. Between that and the Halloween party.
You were hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I was drunk on your Halloween party too.
Well, yeah. Tom was housed. I was housed. Yeah.
I was like the next day. I'm like, oh my god, I hope I didn't embarrass you. Like, no, Dawn was worse. I said, okay, good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't go lower than Dom.
No. No.
If I get drunker than Dom, yeah, somebody help me.
Way down there.
We-
We love you,
That's right.
Dom. Waka waka.
Yeah. Indeed, his cast is off.
Oh, good.
He's doing
Oh.
good. He's trying to now bend his fingers because it's been immobilized for
Oh, that must feel
over
weird.
a month, and so he's,
Yeah.
but he's already in PT. So,
Wow, I didn't think that was such a huge thing.
well, because
PT
it
for
was
the
a
pinky.
bad break, they had to completely immobilize the finger, but you can't just splint it. You have to do the whole hand in a cast so you don't accidentally grip things.
sucks.
And so what happens, and I had this happen because when I was 17 and really smart, I got angry and I punched a glass window.
Oh,
And you
been
see
there.
that in the Hollywood movies, but here's a little
Guys
tip,
punch glass
folks.
windows.
Yeah.
They're made of sugar in Hollywood. Real glass will sever the tendon in your finger.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know. So I walked around like this for 2 months. And what happens is little adhesions grow in there, and you literally have to break them and wear them down. So the fact that I can move this finger to here, I had an unbelievably excellent plastic surgeon. But
Good for
that
you.
was one of the many dumb things I did when
My
I
brother
was
did
young.
the same thing in high school. They jumped up and hit one of the top windows, and I saw the ambulance going out because I was a year younger than them. I'm like, they're all like, Laura, that's your brother, and his hand was all severed. He still got the scar. Yeah.
I can top you. So we're out in the city in Melbourne, and I was pretty drunk. We're all drunk, and we're coming home, and there was a guy who was violently assaulting his girlfriend. Had her down on the ground. He was punching her,
What?
and me being me went, I'm going to run up and just king hit him in the punch him in the side of the head. And again, not realizing Hollywood, real life, bone on
hard head.
bone. And I smashed I shattered these two knuckles in here. And then I went to the hospital. You know, when you go to the hospital and you think you're going to get away with lying? And they go, how did this happen? I go, I fell over and I landed. And they go, right. So how did it happen again? I fell over. Yeah. "Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. So sure. Anyway, they strapped it up like this. And you know what that was saying? We know you're lying, dickhead. And I walked out going, that's not right for two broken fingers.
Oh, sad. I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, wouldn't they put a splint under there?
Yeah,
They let
they've
me walk out
seen
like
it
this.
and heard it all, haven't
Oh,
they?
man. So I had to go home and restrap it myself.
Well, I'll show you my trick. I've showed it before on my show. Pretzel hand.
Yeah, that's
I
disgusting.
can do that too.
It hurts though now because I'm old. But you have to
yeah.
touch the yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I can't do any of that.
does it look
I
right?
had it. It just
No,
came
you got to
loose.
get your knuckles way around.
Oh,
Oh, and it hurts. It hurts now.
that
'cause I got
hurts
arthritis.
me to look at it.
That's not even close to what I just did.
I don't want to break my fingers.
So wrong, Laurie. I used to
Yeah.
do it for the kids, like my nieces and nephews. Like, oh, can you do pretzel hands? And my stepsons, when they were young, they loved it. But I think that's probably why I got arthritis. I have arthritis in my thumbs now.
It probably
Oh,
doesn't
no, so
help.
do I.
It kills. Yeah, it kills.
Yeah. Well,
But
again,
you know, all for the sake of Chris's show.
you know what? Let it never be said that we don't put it out there to entertain you folks.
Right? We may hurt ourselves doing it, but we try.
That's right. And we regale you with the stupid things that we've done over the years.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I personally could do an entire show on dumb shit I did before I was 30.
That's a really good idea, actually.
Do it.
You know
shit
what?
I did.
Once a month, have a guest on and talk about dumb shit they've done.
Yeah, I've never done anything.
I've got a few stories.
No, never, Laurie.
Never.
Need I remind you?
I feel like it's New Year's Eve. I'm like, I gotta get off. I say a lot of dumb things. That's for sure.
Oh, well, that's
That's normal.
That's
it's me opening my mouth. All
Chris,
right.
I don't want you to stay on late because I want you to videotape for me because you're the only one I'm waiting for. And this video is going to be
Oh, fine.
exclusive video is going to be amazing. You guys are going to be blown away by the video I'm making. and the people that
Oh,
are.
is this
It
for
is
the
fun.
clip?
What's that?
Is this for the song from the Music for Life album?
No, just
No,
the cover that we're
something
doing.
else.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I haven't even thought about that yet. Well, I thought about it, and I thought I got other shit I got to do first. But yeah, I owe Lori a little video. Well, hell, I still got to finish the bass part. That it's an easy bass part, and it's not all at the same time. And there's a couple parts there that I'm not totally happy with. So
All right.
that's probably what I'll be
But
doing
you don't have to
tomorrow
film
night.
the bass. In fact, I prefer you don't film it.
No, I'm not going to
I don't have
film
enough
that.
room.
No, I just got to physically finish recording the tracks to my
All right, cool.
satisfaction. But no, I'm not recording me playing the bass on this one. You just know that I did.
Yes, we know that you
I'm
did.
telling you now.
Yeah. Anyway, once you see it.
I'm going to fire up another one from the album because I dig this one.
I'm going to go fire up a cigarette, so I'll be back.
Okay, well, you fire up a cigarette
In-
while I
in
fire
3
up.
weeks.
Fire up 5.
Yeah, set your chickens on fire.
Say hi to Farah.
Hey.
Hi, boys and girls.
Hey, Farah. How are you?
Hi.
This retrobait has been hanging around the chat as he does. But I like this guy's style. And I love his spelling. So everybody put your hands together. We're going to hear Music for Life charity track from Rhett James. You know him as the Mix Club and his song Fading Away.
Back in '84, in my dad's Oldsmobile, we were parked down by Sam's Pool Hall. You wore my favorite cut-off jeans, singing along to some old Alabama. She sang, "Peace, it's alright." That old picture in my wallet keeps on fading day by day, but I can't stop the memory of a girl that stole my heart. Playing all those one-night stands, every mile takes us farther away. Playing shows from town to town, and you'll let us fade away with sound. Thought I had prepared, girl, to come back home again. That old picture in my wallet keeps on fading day by day, but I can't stop the memory of a girl that stole my heart. Hotel rooms and killing time. What I'd give to trade it all on. Take me back home tonight. Now the road is getting harder. This heart's too tired to hold. All the chances that I missed to have a family and a wife. If I had her number, I would want her to know I'm rolling home. That old picture in my wallet keeps on fading day by day, but I can't stop the memory of the girl that stole my heart. Oh yeah, stole my heart.
Fantastic. That was great.
I hadn't heard that before today. I was
Me
expecting
either.
him to
That
be
one
like,
was
"Bold,
one I
bold,
played
bold."
unlistened. And I got to be honest, Rhett, if you're still in the chat, I didn't know how the hell you would ever top Lawnmower Man, but you did it.
Yeah, he did.
You did it. It's a great country song. Dadgum. And I like
Listen,
it.
let's not piss fart around here. Mix Club is one of the most talented engineers and songwriters and producers, and
Chat's
he's done it
good.
all. He's done it all. Rhett is he just has a fascination with balls, and maybe some people get a bit freaked out by it and go, "What's he talking about? I don't want balls on my chin." So you know, that just is what it is. Rhett is just super talented, and I was expecting something funny when I
Yeah,
saw
because
this
he's got a great sense of humor. But
think
no,
it's
that was a
funny.
dead serious song and just a damn good song.
Yeah, yeah.
I liked
it
it.
blew me away. A lot of reactions for me today was hearing the first time. So, and tomorrow, I don't think I've heard anything off the third album because where's the time to listen to them? Too busy
you guys were-
loading 64 tracks into Bandcamp.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I think I'll check out these tracks. Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
work like that, folks.
Yeah. Plus,
So-
Russ was the one who collected them all. As I said, I came in last minute. So.
Yeah, yeah, and the collecting was kind of the easy part on some levels. Just
Yeah.
set it up and here, stick it in there.
Well, we didn't know how it was going to go.
Don't clip that.
Putting an open folder up for people. That's we live in times where it could have been a disaster. Anybody's come in and just delete all the songs,
Yeah,
but this community's just
just
a level above.
by and large, good folks.
Yeah,
And had their heart in the right places. Every song I've heard so far is like just a wonderful, wonderful song, and I can't wait to hear. I should be able to hear most of them tomorrow because my wife has to work late. Won't be. Hey, let's.
it's so weird. My chat is some people in the chat I'm not getting, and it's weird.
Yeah. Again, if you're, and I say it every show, but if you're in Dom's chat, you're speaking to the wind. We run it on both channels.
That's why I reckon.
Yes. Yep. If you're in
I
Dom's
think-
chat, that's why.
I think it's Robin M. I see her chat here, but I'm not seeing her, so she's maybe over at Dom's chat. So if you want to
Yeah.
come over to,
Yeah, come on over. Most of the cool kids are in my chat.
there he is, the man himself, Camp
Yep.
G, mate.
Camp G May.
Like it takes a lot for me to break out a white shirt.
Yeah.
It's like-
That's the only white shirt I wear.
yeah, exactly. This is the only white shirt I wear as well.
This is about as light as I'll go, my gray Fender shirt. Because I'm a black shirt guy as a rule. But yep, indeed. But Camp G May, fun to be there. I am there most every Saturday night because it's a fun place to be. Cool people hang out there. He runs a great show. And you just get people, playing live and doing their thing.
Yeah,
And
he's a legend.
absolutely. There you go. Looking sexy in that camp. You looking mighty good in that Camp G-May shirt.
How you doing, G, May? Speaking of, we got to have I agree. We got to have a chat soon. Jump on a call and have a chat like we do from
Yeah,
time
for
to
sure.
time.
Yeah, I've had him on as a guest before, and he's wonderful. And I got to do it again. I need to make.
Oh no, I'm
some-
talking about private.
Oh well, I know, but I don't do things private. I do everything in the public.
Ah,
Which is why I can't go to that one grocery store anymore. I guess,
oh God! Please, Chris. Please.
that's an old
I
joke.
don't want to know about those zucchinis.
Nah, you do. Well, neither did my wife, but here we are.
Ah,
Thank you.
stay for the shrimp, folks. We're on fire. I watch G-May every week, and some weeks I sit there and go, "Oh, I'll get up today and I'll go and see you." And the problem is, again, it's that I did a Patreon hours ago, and then I just did that creative hour each week, and
Yeah, and you're toast. I get it.
you just want to sit on the couch with your
Yeah.
hand Al Bundy style in your pants and just watch G-May.
Oh, absolutely. That show is on a great time for me because he's
Yeah.
West Coast and I'm an hour ahead of him. So, it's show ends for me at 1 a.m. That ain't that late. So there you go. Loving his new axe. It's nice to have a new axe that you dig. I'm a big fan of that. Good stuff. And there's Camila has thrown the link for us. Camp Gmail every Saturday. So even
Chris,
if you're not going to play, come on up.
Are you in the space right now that if you saw a guitar tomorrow, you would go buy it?
No. And I've never been a guitar collector. There are certain guitars I would buy a Gibson Hummingbird or an Epiphone Hummingbird acoustic if the price was right and if the feel was good. I'm still on the lookout for a Firebird to match my Thunderbird bass. But the guitar has really got to speak to me. I don't need a guitar right now, except for I do not have any guitars with P90s on it. So that's why I'm looking for a Firebird, because I don't have P90s. But
it's an interesting term, need, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't need a guitar.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want one. If I find one, again, for me, they're tools. And if I find a tool that I think would be helpful and expand what I can do, then I might buy it. But yeah,
I've put the brakes on. So, I mean, I got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 5 there. There's one here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there's one out in the lounge room. 13 guitars. That's my limit.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I have one for every occasion. There's a 5-string bass. There's a 6-string, 5-string bass, 4-string bass, 7-string guitar, 6-string guitar, acoustic bass, 12-string acoustic. So I've got one of everything, so you can just pick, and they're all not good.
And I'm pretty much in the same boat. I have 10 or 11 total guitars, including basses, and they're all different. They all have a distinctive job.
Yeah. It's the best way to be. I saw you play live, Zach. Well done.
Wasn't that cool? I was very happy to be there. That was very cool.
I saw him get up, a few weeks before, and he just got up there and was like, "Hi, everybody, it's me, Zach."
Here's my guitars.
Where's your guitar? Play it.
Yeah, play that guitar. And he did.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So.
Yeah. Love seeing people for the first time get up and do it.
Yeah. But it's like, Dom drugged me into doing it.
He drugged you.
Yeah, he drugged me. And
hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Come over here, Chris. I've got something I want you to put in your mouth.
Yeah. So
what was I saying?
Yeah, exactly. And my wife, Dom, we love you.
I love bread, Chris. We made some bread the other day. It was, oh my God. I miss Tom.
I do too. And he's around as much as he can be, but obviously. And we hung out this last Sunday. Mike Molino and I, and we all had a Father's Day thing. We had a couple drinks together and played, and that was big fun. Yeah,
I was there watching that.
Yeah, it was a good time. I was happy to be there with my buds.
It took me 2 hours to work out the chat was over in Mike's.
Yeah.
I seriously was in your chat just going, where is everyone?
Well, that's it. And I kept checking my chat, and I'm like, well, I'm the only guy in the chat right now.
And I checked Dom's, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So, we tried to tell everybody what we were doing, but again, sometimes we are not the best communicators, so that's on us. Dom got his cast off. Today's Thursday, right? Yesterday. So so that's off. Now he's just got to do rehab. So good stuff there. We're getting there, but I had a thought, and it's gone.
Oh, I can't wait for that, because once I leave here, we'll be the first ripper for the day.
Yeah. Oh, I know what it was. We were talking about, Dom drugged me, and then we got off on the thing.
Oh, yeah.
But he drugged me into playing live and doing that, and I got the little bit of a bug, and I friggin' love it. I really enjoy it. And again, I'm a bass player. Now, I've always played guitar. I've always owned guitars. But I consider myself a bass player. So to grab an acoustic and get up there and play, that was new territory for me in a lot of respects. And Dom actually paid me a really nice compliment on the show. He goes, I played on a couple of your original songs, they're heavy and everything, and you've changed most of them and now they're completely acoustics and they're different songs. And I went, yeah, I'm getting better. I've learned. And it's fun.
It is. Look, it's one of the things that keeps me doing this is just seeing people progress and get better. And, it's something you can't you can't put your finger on day by day. We see each other nearly every day, all of us across whatever channel's streaming,
Yeah.
and you don't see it day by day. You don't see the progression. And then you hear a song. It's like I went back, what's it, last week? I went over to Dom's channel and just went back and listened to a bunch of his songs like Freak and all that stuff. Freak Flag and that. And was like,
Yeah. I
this
like that.
cost
I've
me.
always liked that song.
He's got some fucking really good songs.
Oh, yeah.
That he released in a period of time there. And I really hope he gets back to recording full band songs again, because there's some bloody catchy songs in there.
Oh, I'm pushing him that way because, he's written some really good songs this last year. And I think they would be fantastic with full band treatment.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs that. There's at least 5 songs of his that are so catchy. Every time I hear them, they just stay in my head for ages.
Absolutely. The dude's good.
Oh, he is. He absolutely is.
And that's the thing. It's like a little bit of a drug. You catch the bug and you're like, hey, I want to be up here. I totally get it.
And the perfect place, Zach, is Gmail. He's the gateway. He's the gateway to all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you can try stuff. He's always helpful with your sound and everything. If something's not quite right, he'll give you hints. And he's ridden the roller coaster with me because when I first started, wasn't sure what I was doing. Took me a little while to dial in my sound. Jade helped me a ton. Got it going. Then I started having computer problems and my sound wasn't so good. Then I fixed it. Then it was good. Then it got bad again. And
How is the new Mac?
it's friggin' fantastic.
It's funny when you were going through that. I was like sitting here looking at my Mac, going, "I wish I could just send you that because I don't touch mine. It's collecting dust.
Yeah.
It's so bad." And there's a reason. I love Apple stuff, but I find with Macs, I find every time I turn it off and go into another room and then leave it for a few days and come back, that 50 gig of free space I had is no longer there. And I look at it and go, but it hasn't been on.
That's a weird Apple thing. I never turn mine off because I'm using it all the time. And that's the requirement. I buy you, I'm going to run the wheels off you for 6 or 7 years. You're never getting turned off. That's the deal.
Yeah.
And if you can't hang with that, you can't be my computer.
My laptop's like that in here. So everything's kind of always on in here because you just can go live, she's back. What Mac did you get?
I got a loaded Mac Mini. It's got a terabyte, 64 gigs. 48.
M3, M2?
Yeah, no, it's an M4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I ain't effing around. Well, again, this is how I make my living. I'm doing books and magazines all day long, and then I'm effing around with you folks at night. So,
but it's nothing compared to a Windows computer. Just saying.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I want to address that. I don't know if Dogpaw's here or not,
Gary.
or any of the other guys. We got into this on my show, and it was in fun, and then I think it carried over to Lori's show, and of course I'm on the panel, and my job is to be stupid and say stupid things. I don't really pay attention to the chat, and apparently some people got timed out because they got a little too heated about certain things. Guys, girls, don't get hung up on everything in the world wants to divide us. It's a fucking computer. The name on the box don't matter. It's a tool. If the tool does the job for you, it's a good tool. And it don't matter what it say. And it's true for guitars, and it's true for anything in your life. We got way more stuff in common because we're all making music on our machines, no matter what the faceplate says on it. It's as simple as that. So it's fun to joke with, but sometimes people get a little too tribal about this, and that ain't a good thing. So don't do that, guys.
Yeah, chill. I mean, I have a Windows computer, a Mac, an iPad. Man, they're all
Yes.
the fucking same. They just got different logos on them. Relax.
Yeah.
Just make music.
Yeah, exactly. Use the tool for what it's designed to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to do
I,
the orange face, but it's over his eyes.
I used to get it all the time, you know, when I'd be on Facebook and you're like, oh, I just made a new song and I made it all on my iPad. And then I'd just have 20 comments in my chat just going, iPad sucks. It's like, can you fuck off?
Aggravating. I don't even say
It's
it. Yeah.
silly.
What
It's
did you
just
get out of it? What, like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. You know, I'm not talking about this situation that went down or whatever. I'm just saying, like, I see lots of things on Facebook that I think, wow, you're a dickhead. But I certainly don't go and tell them, right, you're a dickhead.
well,
Yeah.
everybody's got opinions, and you know the
Yeah.
old saw. Everybody has an asshole too. They all stink. My opinion is worthless.
Whatever
it's
works for you.
whatever works, and that's just as simple as that. So,
So, Chris.
have fun,
sorry.
folks.
Gary says it's the only mod out there because when you banned me, my wrench went away too.
No, you got it back.
Oh,
It's
what?
back. Yeah, yeah.
I did that right away.
I
Catch
know.
up, catch up,
Teacher's
would you?
pet. No, I didn't mean to take us down that path.
Oh, now I see it.
Just
Thank
saying.
you.
Yep, it's
No,
there.
it's all right.
It's there.
Thank you. Thank you. Wasn't a second.
Yeah, when I banned you.
What did you bring back from the kitchen for us all? Oh, you finished already. Oh, okay.
No, it's right here.
Oh, there's more. Can I have a piece? What is it?
It's I need to get my protein up because if I don't have my protein, then my muscle goes away. Listen. I feel like it's New Year's Eve, and I'm like, I gotta get off. It's ricotta
Sorry.
and raspberries. It's really
See
good.
what she does to me on my own show, and I have to sit here quietly and go.
I'm respectful. She pushes.
I
me.
can't help it. I see Laurie and I just want to be funny well, try and be funny anyway.
I'm just gonna eat my protein and shut up.
We're all here just to impress Laurie.
Yeah.
Stop. I love your humor. You know that. I don't mean to be eating on camera, but
That's why we're all.
That's
Yeah,
right.
hey, good job. God, you beat me to it, Jake. Yeah, I'm getting my protein.
nom, nom, nom.
And if you're not a doctor, fuck off.
Shut your fucking pie hole. Ooh, your pie hole.
I've seen Jeff around a little bit more, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see his video of him taking the giant machine and clearing his land there?
He's
The guy's a
crazy.
badass. He just
No
is.
It wasn't called. It was like amputee clean shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly. He's a one-legged man. He's
Wow.
out there with this
You don't
giant
impress me much.
powered machine and cutting down the forest.
He
Like,
does a lot, yeah. That I
does.
couldn't even do it.
he's a badass.
Indeed.
I bet when he had both legs, he was a handful in a bar fight. I'm
Well-
just gonna say.
I think if he's told us the story, it's probably what led him to certain situations.
Well,
He was
yeah.
using before he lost his leg, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Again,
It isn't clickbait. No.
we all make bad decisions. We've already talked about a couple of ours, and he perhaps made one that had some consequences.
I'm gonna mute while I lick this bowl. It's gonna get really loud.
Can you
Listen,
put it
when you
full
only have one
screen,
spoon-
Chris?
Yeah, that way.
Put it full screen.
Okay, yeah, you're not actually on Pornhub. We're actually this is a PG channel mostly.
If that's the sounds you're hearing on Pornhub,
It's gone. Yeah.
probably need to see a doctor.
Make me laugh.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't sound like
That's it,
that
it's
would be
midnight.
good.
That's
Yeah, I don't think you
midnight.
want to hear that, do you? I know I don't care for that. Thank you so much. All right. Well, we got plenty of time. So I'm wondering what was the track that surprised you as you were going through it tonight, Jade? Just that
Surprised me.
yeah, just for the artist did something out of their comfort zone or a different style, or what was one that was like, wow, I didn't expect that.
I have to look through.
That's hard.
Yeah, that was the hard question.
Let's see. Quickly looking
That's
through. There is one actually, and I'm just my brain's not working properly. Blue Gubrious.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
He's always very understated.
Yes.
He's not a shout from the mountain kind of guy. Look how great a guitarist I am. Look how talented I am.
No.
And every time I hear his music, I just go, oh,
Right?
geez,
Yeah,
man."
I'm with you on that.
The last album was exactly the same too. I hadn't heard the song and was just like, oh man, wow.
Yeah, he's good. And
Yeah,
like I said,
I'm-
humble. Will not. Oh, it's just
Yeah.
my little thing.
Yeah, no, he is a humble guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, super talented. You know what? Just let's go ahead and fire that one up because I did not get to hear that one today
Oh, it's
because
awesome,
we were discussing.
It's short. It's only like 2 minutes something.
Okay, well let's fire
Instrumental,
up
obviously. It's good.
a 2-minute song from Blue Gubrius. And this one is called, and I just had it, dadgummit, there it is, Hope is Free, everybody, from the Music for Life Canadian album.
Marvelous. Marvelous.
Subtle, understated, big, lots of stuff going on in there.
Oh,
Very
It's like a
fantastic.
soundtrack from a movie or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Very
clever
amazing.
writing. Very clever writing.
Very, and guitar tone for days.
The
And boys and
days.
girls, forget about Tonewood. Somebody that sounds like that, it's all in their fingers. You could throw any shit guitar at that guy and it would sound like that. He's just a great player and the tone is in his fingertips. And wow. Oh, I'm glad we fired that one up. That made me happy. Good
Really good.
stuff.
I'm glad you didn't ask me what my favorite songs are so far because it's tied. It's tied.
Just two?
Yeah.
What's
Well,
your
and
favorite
you know
ones?
what?
Now you gotta
There
tell
was
me.
one of those questions. I kicked it around and I thought, I don't want to put Jade on the spot. But since you
I
brought it
know.
up,
I'm willing to say it's,
Do it.
of course, Liz Day. She's a genius.
yeah.
And we don't see her much around the channels because sometimes geniuses musically aren't the strongest, right? It's documented that what's her name? A meat girl, meat girl,
What?
meat girl.
Meat Girl.
What's her name? Who wore the meat dress?
Oh, Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga, right? But she's a perfect example of that. Everyone thinks she's like this huge just vibrant, and she's so introverted, and and Lizard Day is such a. I know her really well. We talk a lot, and the smallest things in the world that happen really affect her, and she just. Yeah, she's just a sponge for emotion, and it comes out in her music. And the other one is Psalm 23 by Mike and Dawn Janice.
Now, I did hear that one, and I was
Yeah.
super impressed.
Now,
That
I'm not a
was-
religious person in any way, shape, or form, but that doesn't matter. That has no bearing on the music. Just, man, her voice is just.
That was killer good. Yeah, I can see that. And it's interesting. There is a public persona on some people. There's a Denver comedian, Josh Blue, and he won. There was a show, Greatest Comic or whatever it was on NBC, and he won it. And I've been watching the guy for years. He's a local guy. He has cerebral palsy. And so that's part of his shtick and everything. And the guy is hilarious. He just put a new special up on the internet you can check out for free. And I'm pumping this because, again, he's a Denver guy. But having met him many times when I was traveling a lot for business, I ran into him at airports all the time. And I'm like, hey, Josh, how's it going? And away off the stage, he is a very introverted, very closed off,
Some people
just
like that,
not
yeah.
and totally get it. So I would say, hey, Denver guy, hi, Josh, how are you? But
I think it
left and
helps
be.
some people to be like that. That's why they're so, as performers, so out and big. It's that they don't know how to let that out until they're on the stage. Some people are just like that. They're just
Yeah.
born. You put a camera on them and they're just on, and they. But yeah, get back home and they got tracky pants on and a bowl of ice cream, sitting there, licking the bowl.
Yeah,
what I mean,
smoking
Maury.
with chickens.
I'm very outgoing in my real life too.
I was going to say there are a
don't
couple
say.
people on this panel.
I talk to strangers all the time, and my family's like, "Why are you talking to them?" I'm like, "Cause I like them."
Yeah, comes as no shock, Lori.
The best.
My son would hate it because if I ever take him to the drive-through for the coffee place, he's like, "How do you know that person's name?" I'm like, "We talk at the drive-through. Get my coffee."
I know all the checkout people. Not surprisingly,
Check out.
I'm the same. Yeah.
They're a
My
checkout?
wife's favorite thing to say to me when we go out in public is, try not to embarrass me today. Like, no promises.
Wow,
I don't
that's-
embarrass people.
To me, if I have a partner who says that to me and we're in the middle of a shop, you know what I do? Fall straight on the floor going,
Exactly.
Right
You'd
away.
think after 35
Right.
years she'd know that's like the clue to go, start singing at the top of my lungs. But
Yeah. Oh, it's fun.
someday she'll learn. But apparently not today.
No.
Good stuff.
But I mean, it is a reality. When I do the conventions anymore, a full week of that, I do get peopled out at the end of, talk. I mean, everybody does. Even people, extroverts like me, who get energized by people as a rule. After a week, I'm kind of done. So.
Yeah, it
Oh,
happens.
man.
Certainly.
I head out and film Walk With Me, and the amount of stuff I mutter under my breath that doesn't make the cut
I imagine
walk-
so.
through people. I mean, the last episode, too, there was a full-blown fight in that episode. I got into a fight with somebody on the street. I
Yeah,
had to
that was
cut it out.
crazy.
Oh, man. People are just... This is
Yeah.
why I stay
I
home.
don't like being in the general public. I mean, I'm outgoing, but I get aggravated when I'm like
Oh, yeah.
crowds and people. I mean, I went to the beach today and I hanged a right, which is less crowded. I'm like, I don't want anybody talking to me. I just want to chill out. And I do get aggravated too. Like my phone's blowing up all the time. I'm like, I just want to be quiet at some times too, that type of thing. So yeah,
I
the
just
general
love to
public,
put
I'm crazy.
just want to put a cap on those people who walk through the streets in any city and come out of a shop and walk out in front of you and then just stop right in front
Yes,
of you. And
it's like a car. The cars do that
why?
too. Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Move it! Yeah. I get aggravated driving too. Yeah. People
Oh, well,
pull
yeah,
out off a ramp and then
we
they fucking
won't go
30. I'm
there.
like,
Oh.
yeah.
And they get in my shot too. I'm filming, I'm walking along, and they just won't stop in front front of me. I go, hello?
I'm
What are you
working.
doing?
Yeah.
I think I was
Amazing.
talking to somebody about that. They were going live, but like if I go live on my phone to watch Cameron, my son, doing a band, people come up to me, "Oh, hi, is that your son? Is that your son?" I'm like, "Do you see like a phone in front of me? Like I'm recording. I don't need your freaking voice in my video, you know? Like, oh, he's great. Is that your son? I'm recording. Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, you probably need
Aggravating.
to have a sign that says,
sign.
"Don't talk to me."
Right?
Filming.
A
People
huge
do.
LED light on your head.
My least favorite in the men's room, and somebody starts talking to you randomly. Again, I'm an outgoing guy, but dude, I'm working here. I don't want to talk to you. I
They're talking to
I
you while
want to
you're
do
taking
my
a
business and I
deuce.
want to get the hell out. What are we
nasty.
going to have a conversation about?
Yeah.
You know?
Can I just say, Chris, I'm happy I'll never have to experience that again. It's one of the greatest things.
There you go. See? You know?
Oh, man.
Yeah, not a fan. So, you lovely people in the chat, should we ever be in a men's room together? Let's talk later.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's
Is that all right?
fine.
We can hold something,
girls
but not a
talk
conversation.
In the girls' room, they talk a lot.
Well,
my
but you
God, I
got
like your
stalls and then you're
lipstick.
sitting in front of the mirror. That's different.
Yeah, they're not talking to you.
If you're standing next to a dude at a urinal, let's not have a conversation.
Forget the girls' toilets too. The floor is an accumulation point for toilet paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take your
All
word
over the
for it.
place. Yeah.
Trust me, Chris.
See, you learn things on this show, folks.
Because, you know, it looks like we're dirty, but we're actually neat, right? Because we put it on the seat. And then
Yeah,
it ends
so-
up on the floor.
It ends up on the floor, and then
Yeah.
the
Or you're
water
passing
and
it
everything.
underneath to somebody because they need
Spare a
something.
square. Spare a
Yeah.
square.
Yeah, square. Spare a square. So that's why when I said smoking a cigarette, it's a slang term that I didn't come up with. Rip a square. And everybody's like, what are you ripping? Toilet paper? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like rip a square. I don't know. I don't know why they call it a square.
We call them fags here. So.
Bags. Yeah, I don't even think that's a Massachusetts term. It's just some friend told me it. And
Yeah, somebody. Well, again, that was the Aussies do
square
that. A lot of the English do. I had an English exchange teacher in high school. He was a science teacher.
Yeah.
And, you know, the terminology for high school kids. And the first time he said, yeah, I was out having a fag with the, and, you know, of course, the high school guys are like,
Giggling.
really? What?
Yeah, wow. Tell us more.
Yeah. Huh? But yeah, and then later he goes, oh, I understand our terminology is not the same. It's like, correct.
I like Camille's comment. Don't talk to me. She wants a T-shirt with that on it.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would be a good
I need
shirt.
that too. That's a great merch for
That was a great track, by the way. Top stocking.
clever, huh?
Top
You know, we
stocking.
wrote,
Yeah,
we
that's how
wrote
I said
that
it.
in so many times as stop talking, and it kept changing.
I go, that's a typo. And Gary says, no, I'm like, I was kidding, but it's
not.
funny because he doesn't
Yeah.
say it in the song at all. But he
No,
has it as the
it's very
title. Yeah.
stalkerish. That song too. It's really like
Stocking.
there's-
Top stocking.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was the one I
Interesting.
thought sounded like Max Headroom. It was going in and out of my ears as I put these on. I'm like, it's bouncing and like.
When I lived in Sydney, talking about slang for cigarettes, a lot of my friends are gay, right? So, or trans or gay. I used to love going to parties and then yell out in the middle of the party, has anybody got a fag? And just watch everybody in the party go, hello,
Yeah, right here. I got
I'm
one.
here. So you can call each other that. It's the same as the N-word, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back before I met my wife, I was riding my motorcycle all over, and I had a ton of gay friends, mostly lesbians, because, we're playing sports. So we're on softball teams and whatever. And so it's a stereotype because it's real, folks. Anyway, and we'd just, party at whatever bar we were at, and sometimes it was my bars, and I'd go to their bars and everything, and, they would sometimes go, the guys would come over, and I'm like, sorry, guys, I'm not playing on this team. I'm just hanging with my friends.
I'm not on this team.
Yeah, I'm on the
bench.
softball team, but not that team.
Yeah.
Sorry, just here having a good time. Anyway, that was my, I did a lot of coaching, but with some of the ladies that were my friends, they didn't have problem teaching their kids how to throw and hit like some of the other moms. They knew how to do it. They were good athletes.
Oh, yeah. I've dated a few. They can punch hard.
That's I
Poor
I
Gene.
never got punched,
I
so
was
I
getting in fights.
It must be. It's a
I've never
me.
thrown a punch
Yeah,
in
there
my
you
life.
go.
I don't even know how to throw a punch.
here's another good shirt, softball and curious.
Hey, that's a good one.
There you go. Hey, that's what we're going to end up with, some darn good merch after tonight's show. You know, we're going to do some shirts. That's what I was telling Lori. I'm keto curious. No.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
I mean, I eat a lot of keto things, but I'm not exclusively keto because
You should do it.
I like pasta.
Easy.
Oh, I know but I don't want to. I like pasta.
Speaking
I don't
of
eat
merch,
I don't eat sugar much, but I like pasta.
I was so motivated, and Jade, I don't know if you heard the story. I put on some weight. You know, I wasn't obese, but I put on weight because my back, and so motivated by your walk with me and you working out. And I said that once, and I said you motivated me, and I started the week before Easter. I said that's it. I'm gonna cut the shit out, and I'm gonna lose weight, and I haven't cheated since. But you motivated me, so thank you.
I'm so glad because that's what that show is.
Yeah.
You know,
To
it's
see you getting out and get, because I remember when you got the bike too, I was like, I remember that feeling because I used to work out. I'm like, I remember that rush, even if it's not a hard workout or you're sweat, just that rush of you feel good, you did something good for your body, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like getting off
I
that
don't know
bike and be
about
like,
that.
woo, my legs are weak, you know. But that's a good feeling, a good.
that's it.
feeling.
You know, it took about a month to get used to the bike. Now I can just jump on and go for a ride to the
Yeah.
shop and not come back going like and aching the next day. But it
Exactly.
definitely took a month.
Oh, I started working out again, and I'm like, oh shit. But first of all, my back was still healing. It hasn't even been a year yet, but I'm like trying to do squats, going, oh my god, like this kills. And now I'm much better at it, but still
Yeah.
hurts. But
I got a
It's
little-
hard. Uber Eats is such a bitch.
what is?
Uber Eats.
Yeah, I don't do it. I am Uber Eats, so
It just, you know, I now I've whittled it down to a day a week as a gift, you know, to do Uber Eats. But yeah,
A little treat, yeah. I said I was going to cheat on my birthday, and I didn't, because I felt so good that I didn't want to feel the guilt of it.
yeah. No, that's
I think you should be allowed to have a cheat day. You know,
You
I think
yeah, I'm not
cheat
being
days are
wicked strict, but I just
healthy.
didn't want to. Well,
within reason, you know.
because
yeah. Many people can't handle the mental part of it, though. They cheat and go, "Well, I've screwed up today, and so fuck it." And that, you know, that's not the right attitude either. It's that denial thing. That's where most diets don't work, because you're denying yourself this, that, and the other thing.
yeah,
And then you get a craving, and then you fall off. Don't do it that way, folks. Like, do what Lori's doing is very healthy, in that just making subtle adjustments to her lifestyle. And
and I've you guys know I love sweets, so I've found ways to make sweet treats without sugar, and I'm like, I still get my craving. And so if I felt like I couldn't have any sweets, or I had to be strict on everything I eat, I would never do this. But I want to get to a goal, and then I'll probably, you know, I think I taught myself better habits, which is good. But am I never gonna have an alcoholic drink again or a cupcake? No. I mean, yes, whatever. That's definitely gonna happen. But I've learned some things, which is great.
The best way to start is just smaller portions. If you know, that's how I started my diet.
put the
just
fork down. Absolutely.
Don't change what you're eating.
Patty.
Smaller, and then start changing. You know, because once you're eating smaller portions, then you're able to go. All right, well, let's cut out this off the plate and put something else. You know.
My problem wasn't eating a lot. My problem was eating late in the day and then snacking late at night.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and having alcohol. And that bloated me too. But
It's age
I wouldn't
too,
really
Laurie.
eat. And the age.
It's age.
Menopause, premenopause,
But-
no idea what
'cause,
it is.
yeah,
But yeah.
I worked as a chef for years, right? And I grazed my whole life, you know, because that's what you do.
Grazing,
You don't
yeah.
want to eat because you're surrounded by food. You're there at 7 o'clock in the morning, prepping, counting stuff. When you're a head chef, that's what you
Yeah.
do. And then you got to cook all the way through the day. And then you get 3 hour break, 4 hour break in between lunch and dinner service. So you sit there, just chip out of the chip fryer a bit here. But I never used to put on any weight. If I did that job now,
Yeah.
I'd be a balloon.
Big
now.
difference in metabolism.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, that's why a lot of the chefs,
And where things shift too.
as they're older, are pretty big.
I lost the first 6 pounds I lost was in my boobs. I'm like, really? It couldn't be like my belly. Like it had to be my tits. Sorry.
always the
But
tits first.
that's how it works.
I'm sorry.
apparently.
Hang on.
Shell has some sad news that I'm reading right now.
What?
Rich did?
No.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Shell, I'm so sorry. Rich was a good dude.
Totally was.
Oh, that sucks.
I
My
didn't hear that he was
condolences,
sick.
Shell. Shoot. I'll go ahead and put that up. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that.
Was he sick? I didn't hear if he was.
Now, I know he had had health issues years ago. I didn't realize he had anything current going on. Well, details if you feel comfortable sharing, but
Oh man.
just on behalf of everybody here, my condolences. He was really a good guy. Loved having him in the chat. He was a fairly regular on this program, and so
Yeah.
well, that's really sucks.
So sorry.
Yeah.
We lose
Horrible
too many
news.
good ones here. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this, our community is a little bit older, and unfortunately, it's been a tough couple years. We've lost some people and some fairly young people. The Adam Burst track was on, which you had worked on, and he was a young dude. Of course, Josh Harris, young guy.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's getting a bit scary when when you're younger and you think, oh man, look at all these people losing all their friends at 50 years old.
I know.
That's not going to happen to me. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Hang
I
on
mean,
a
my
minute.
parents got to the age, right? They're like, oh my gosh, all our friends are dying. And now I'm like, okay, now I see people
Yeah.
dying, unfortunately. Like in your 50s, like you said. It's horrible.
Yeah, no, it's not. Well, again, we talked about being dumb in our misspent youth, and I'd lost 2 lead singers due to poor decisions they made involving alcohol and driving, and and in your 20s you lose some friends because they do dumb shit, and then there's always, when you're in your 30s, it's pretty rare, but there'll always be a random guy drops dead of a heart attack or something weird happens, and then 40s and 50s, this just accelerates. Somebody gets cancer, somebody, tragic accident, automobile or whatever. And yeah. Oh, well.
That news comes as, we're talking about chefs and stuff. And just as I was about to put up this image of this book called Never Trust a Skinny Chef. It's true.
Where'd you get that? Yeah.
It's a real book. It's
Oh, yeah.
and it's
And that's an
you
old
had it?
saying, too. But,
true, yeah. You see a chef that's like emaciated, like, I don't know if I'm going to eat there.
well, and the converse is true. Rosie O'Donnell's diet book, I'm not buying that. I'm just going to say,
Oprah
it doesn't.
Winfrey's weight loss pill.
Yeah, you get a
it's not working on you.
600-pounder. Their diet plan probably is not a great one. I'm just going to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Makeup artists that look horrible in makeup. We could go on and on. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know how many of you guys have friends who are hairdressers. My roommate was a hairdresser, before I met my wife and everything. And she had horrible hair. I mean, her hair was horrible.
Yeah,
and
I've
she's
seen
like,
that.
oh, you should come into the shop and I'll do this to your hair and that to your hair. And I'm thinking, yeah, the hell you are.
Touch my hair. Yeah.
Well, and okay, 63 and my hair looks like this. So, yeah.
Yeah, but she's getting someone else to do that, Chris. So her hairstyling might be good. It's the person who's doing her hair that's fucked.
Right.
Wow,
But she should tell her.
I mean, she
him.
did her own hair mostly. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where.
Do you have your own hairdresser, Laurie?
What's the joke, Jade? Just spit it out.
There isn't one. I was
There's
gonna
some
compare.
alternative.
No, I have my own hairdresser myself who comes to my house and does it, so I don't have to go and
I do.
mix with the plebes.
Well, so I met my hairdresser 25 years ago, and I know I have horrible hair, but I have Italian hair. I have to layer it. There's nothing else I can do with it. It's frizzy. But I met her 25 years ago when I was working where she has her salon, which now that I'm bought a house 25 years later, I'm like 40 minutes away, and she used to come to my house all the time, but I go to her now. But she used to come to my house because I'm like, I'm not driving 40 minutes for a hairdresser. But now
I
go
like
every
it.
now and then.
I've never had one before that comes to my house, and he does my dreads. He's awesome.
Oh, fun.
And,
Yeah.
he just
Oh, we sit in the
comes
kitchen
out.
and we have snacks, and she washes my hair in the sink. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy plays in a band that I know, and the band I'm in
Awesome.
now, they've played gigs together. So it's just, and I even interviewed him on the channel when he came out. We got talking about music. Then the next week he was on the show. So
That's
you go.
awesome.
I love it when you just, I don't know, he's feels good when somebody comes around and does your hair and then fucks off.
Right?
Yeah.
Gotta go to the next
And get
appointment.
out.
Good. Bye.
Yeah,
But I
get out.
used to give her chicken eggs because she could only eat like real eggs, not the processed, for like a pot of her tip. She loved it. Well, yeah, right. Well, my chickens back then were laying an egg a day, and we had 6 of them, so I was getting a half a dozen a day.
It's the closest I got to a
Allie.
chicken. Hi, Allie. Yeah, it
Close
is
enough.
sad about Rich.
Camila, your hair must be so long, or you just cut it yourself. You haven't cut your hair in 20
We haven't
years.
seen Camelia's hair.
I
have
just
we?
went yesterday. I just got my
Yeah,
roots
I've
done.
never seen Camellia's hair.
No,
I've
she
never
do-
seen Camellia.
She'll do a hair reveal at some stage,
There
hopefully.
you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Listen to me.
God.
hair
My
reveal.
wife demanded
Dirty.
she give me a little trim last year before I went to the convention. She goes, dude,
Yeah.
you got some split it. Let me trim it a little bit. And I'm like,
Split ends. Yeah.
but I let her do it because, hello.
I give my barber pills, Rhett. You. Good Lord.
Right.
Yeah, Red almost
cut it
got the
yourself.
accidental timeout. The mouse slipped over on me again, but I caught it before I pressed the button.
What happened with that? Yeah. that was-
Well, again, I've got a different
just
mouse
like the
now, and it's it actually works good. The other one was sticky.
It's
and it would-
touchy.
yeah, touchy,
I
which is
accidentally-
good.
I accidentally timed out Costa today in the Music for Live stream. It was a complete accident.
It happens. You know?
I know. I just hovered my finger over his name and accidentally clicked him.
Awful. What was he back before his song came on though? Luckily,
He didn't even, I don't even think he knew. I only gave him a minute.
I was. Oh, you gave him
He had
one now.
no
I thought, I thought it was a slip.
He had no idea. Oh, sorry. I mean, I slipped. And
You slipped or gave it to him. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I never time out anybody on purpose. Now, I have banned a couple people, and you guys know, I do it, and I tell you why I banned you and why you're a clown, and I spike the ball on you.
Clown.
So there's no, if you get
clown.
bounced off my channel,
I love.
it's an accident unless I tell you you're a clown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when Feisty used to be on Hippies. She was like timing people just from her pocket. And Hippie's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take your phone
Yeah,
out of your
she
pocket."
was,
Like
she
she'd
was
get in
not the
car and,
best
like,
mod.
She was timing people out left and right. Yeah.
I'll give you the hot take on a song. Speaking of Heather, so Falcon Blues has submitted a song for the album,
Yeah.
Yep.
and we had to censor it, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Oh.
The first 2 lines had 2 swear words in it.
Oh.
We're like, oh man.
Ow.
So we had to censor it. You know,
Come on, bro.
Well, Heather's
Hey.
not on that one, right? Or you just thought of it because we brought her name up?
yeah, just
not
because
singing with
no, just because her name got brought up. I remembered that story, and we were like, oh, what are we gonna do about it?
Yeah.
We split the
Gotta fix
stems up, just silence it. We didn't put a beep in or anything like that. Could you imagine that? You know, how annoying would that be halfway through?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
The poor kids are all like, oh, whatever. I was gonna say they're on machines. They're probably hearing the beeps. They wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
exactly. The beep is like, which Timmy's going code 3.
No, stop,
Oh no, it's just the song. Damn it.
Timmy.
Don't play that fucking song.
That's horrible. I'm supposed to laugh.
All right.
Oh God.
So, it made me think of Flying High. Oh my god, the little kid.
So we're glad he didn't. Yeah, he's the
Oh,
beeps.
Airplane. You guys call it Airplane, don't you? Flying
Yeah, I
High.
love Airplane. Great movie.
It's called Flying High here in Australia.
Yeah,
really?
isn't
Why?
that weird how sometimes
Yeah.
they'll change the title, same movie,
Really?
and they'll just change the title or little bits of it. Like, why? But
Ever seen a grown man naked, Timmy? Or is it Tommy?
Ever, Jimmy, you ever been to Turkish prison?
so, do you like gladiator movies?
My favorite bit is when the
fucking
dude
show.
goes and he's got the piece of paper and he's like panicking and he goes, "What do you make of this?" And he takes it and goes, "I can make a hat. I can make a brooch."
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he was doing the origami thing.
Stupid.
And then it comes flying through. Wah, 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 the bird thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
That's
picked
still
a
one of the best
bad
ones.
day to quit sniffing glue.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Great stuff.
Did you
That's a
see,
classic.
speaking of comedies that have come back, there's a new Naked Gun they announced yesterday.
Really?
Hey, I love Naked
Oh,
too.
Terrible choice for the lead role.
Oh, see, I hate that.
It's
What'd they-
kind of interesting because they've
Who?
kept the similar name because it was Leslie Nielsen,
Right.
and now it's Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I read that, and I'm wondering how he's going to
He's
pull
not
that
gonna
off.
Have the same dry humor.
No, I mean,
There was some funny bits I saw in the preview. I laughed.
I have a very special set of skills, and falling down the stairs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
it kind of worked.
June
Like,
Cleaver talking jive. Yeah, I love that part, Val.
Yeah, we'll see.
Lack 'em, jack 'em.
Slack
What-
'em,
wasn't
jack 'em,
Val
Jack. I
in
did the
the-
same old, same old.
Val, weren't you in that one? Naked Gun? Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
new
not.
Spaceballs too. They announced that this week as well.
Yeah, and Mel Brooks is going to be in it. God bless him. One of
He's
the greatest
alive?
experiences. Oh yeah, 90.
Schwartz is with him.
Jeez.
I saw him a few years back in Denver. He was 94.
Wow.
And so they did Blazing Saddles, the completely uncut version.
Yeah.
So that was great, one of my favorite movies. And then Mel Brooks comes out and he talks about things and he takes questions from the audience. 94 years old, he's walking up and down the stage and he's rattling off
him.
stuff that he did when he was in the Catskills. And I am just a huge Mel Brooks fan. The man is a stone genius, and what a performer. Just he was awesome. One of the best things I've ever done in my life. That was one of the greatest shows I've ever been to, bar none.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And yeah, he talked for like an hour and a half. And after the movie, it was what a night.
Oh, what a night. See, I'm singing again.
Yeah, see how you are.
I told you you would.
He's in that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I've
what you
always
do.
sang online, like
Oh,
goofing around.
You know.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
goofing around. But yeah, you did tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And if you guys are singers and everything, man, it's a gift. Take care of your voice. I listened back to some things this last month and a half, and I was struggling. The disease was affecting me, and I did not have the control. I was having a little pitch problems.
Doing
So
great now, yeah.
steroids are awesome. Yeah, I'm
I
doing
was gonna
so
say,
much better.
Chris, how are the steroids? I remember when they put me on steroids when they took my spleen, and I turned into an eating machine that just wanted to punch everything and cry while I was doing
You
it.
I
know,
still don't
everybody's
think it affected
mileage
me very well
varies.
either. Yeah.
I think they're fucking fantastic. I feel great. Nothing has changed. I can sleep. I've had zero side effects from the steroids, other than my eye's not wonky, my
good.
eyebrow is where it's supposed to be, and I can sing and talk.
Well, I told you I took prednisone when that's the first thing they gave me when my back started
Yeah.
hurting. And I don't know
Sure.
if it's the same thing. It's a slowly
Yeah, that's
release
exactly
steroid.
what I'm on.
It made me so freaking sick. I was dizzy. I was like,
And
felt
that
so
does for
nauseous.
some people. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
went off
counting
it
my
after, like,
blessings. I'm
5
very
days.
fortunate that it's working for me. It does not work for everybody.
The problem is
The
getting off them.
mustache.
Getting off them is the problem because you got to slowly wean. But you know, you say
I did
It
the
did-
dwindle down thing. Yeah.
Chris says it didn't affect me. I swear to God, Chris, the first time I saw you on a stream and you're on steroids, I was like, Jesus. Chris looks like he's about to jump through the screen and punch everybody in the head. You were so, g'day everyone, I'm Chris Lane Sr.
Well, because I felt normal for the first time in 8 fucking
You were
months.
excited, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really. I was
Great to see.
I was not doing well for a long time, and I kind of downplayed it, but I did not feel well.
Yeah.
So when I actually felt normal for me,
You were
which is
psyched. I know. Yeah.
that's how I am normally. So irritating.
Gary Hubb
That's
says
right.
Chris is not offering medical
I
advice.
am not offering.
It's not a fucking doctor.
No, I am not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I've never
Doctor.
played a doctor. Well, I've played doctor, but that's different.
Oh, dirty.
Oh, man.
That's different.
I need a cloth.
Yeah, I think. Oh, indeed.
Oh my god. I gotta get going though. It's 12:30. You gonna play another song?
I'm gonna
I-
play.
I gotta
yeah,
do some editing before I go to bed.
yeah, I am gonna play another song.
She's got to edit hard.
Yeah,
Edit
well,
hard. No, it's something with Chris, so you can't get mad at me for leaving.
no, I can't. I'm
having
gonna
fun.
play something off the second, the B album. I gotta find it. There it is.
Are you on at 6 again Eastern tomorrow?
Yes. We were going to do it an hour earlier, but then
And
I have to
you're-
get up.
And you're only
Ah,
doing 10
yeah, but-
songs tomorrow.
No,
You're not going to be on for 3 hours.
no, there's an album and a
Oh, an
half
album.
left.
Ah, shit.
There's 21 songs on that album and another 10 left. Yeah, so it
So 6, you'll still be, you were off by 9:30, right? When did you get off?
was,
Jade?
it was 3.5 hours. I got off before the show, Laurie.
Oh, good.
Well, see how
Bye,
you are.
everybody. Go ahead, play your song. Thanks, Chris.
All right. Thank you so much for being on, Lori.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Laurie.
it.
I'll see you
Looking
tomorrow.
forward to
Yeah,
hearing
see
you tomorrow.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
plenty
I'll
of
be
her to
there.
go around.
Stop. All right. Bye.
All
ya.
right. Be well.
You too.
All right. Oh, I can't play that one because you didn't play that one yet. So
Oh,
maybe I will not. Well, I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to call an audible here. Oh no, here's the one I was looking for. This is our good friend Lou Reality and Clayton Von Kluge, and this song is called "Troubled Times."
Troubled times
Yeah, just fantastic.
Yeah.
Leela has a great voice. I just really love her singing.
And, you know, a lot of the songs today, when we were playing them, I hadn't heard. So they were genuine reactions. And I was expecting a Leela song,
Yeah.
you know, lots of layers and stuff like that. And like Leela's very unique style.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, hang on a minute. We got a ballad here. What's going on? So, yeah.
Yeah,
Very,
it was
very
a
cool.
nice, I think that the combo there between Clayton and her, that was very effective. A little sparser and just atmospheric. And man, that was damn good. Damn good.
It's me and Russ jumped on a Clubhouse call straight after the show today, and it was just Russ was just like, it's unbelievable how talented everybody is. It really is. It's mind blowing. So I'm going to split myself because
You got work to do.
no, I got no work to do. Actually,
Okay.
I got weed to smoke.
Okay, well, I was making excuses for you. I knew you were going to smoke, and you've worked hard today. You deserve a nice toke. Jade, great job. Thank you for hosting. You'll do it again tomorrow. Guys, be there tomorrow for basically the rest or second half of
30
album B and all of album C. And everything you've heard tonight, there's more of it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris, for inviting me on. It's always a pleasure. Good to catch up with you.
It is
Rock.
great to catch you. Great to have you,
Everybody
Jade.
in the chat, you're all awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'm out.
Man,
See you
there
later,
she
love.
goes. Jade Star, everybody.
Boom. There's the button. Boom. I'm a pro. Boy.
And there, she's out. Yeah, perfect advice. Put your feet up, JD. Worked hard today, and that was stinking awesome. That I wanted to play Leela's track because that's one of the ones I did here today, and I was just blown away with how cool that was. I was blown away by everything I've heard, and again, it's not hyperbole. I am seriously enjoying this stuff. I can't wait to hear the second half tomorrow and hear all the good stuff that's happening. So there she is. Thanks again, Jade. Always great to have you on the show. And sometimes she can make it. Sometimes the times work and sometimes they don't, depending on what's up. So always great to have her. And here is the launch for tomorrow. Thank you, Camellia. So go ahead and do the notification now, folks, so you don't miss it. And yeah, I agree. I would think they would sleep the sleep of the righteous tonight because they worked hard and they can bask in their tremendous efforts. So, yeah, double banger. Good stuff. Well, I want to thank everybody. We're not going away just yet. I got a few more songs to play, got, a few more things to address. But, yeah, because we got, I think we'll probably go another 20 minutes or so. So I want to play at least one more song off that album, and I do have some other stuff from previous that I was not able to get to last week because for the fourth time or fifth time, I didn't hit the right button. But we figured it out, and we're having no problems tonight. And the Mac is now totally sorted and doing everything it's supposed to do. And it would have done it last week had I told it what to do, but I forgot to tell it one of the things. But tomorrow is going to be a banger. I mean, we've got all that album, and that's just one of the shows tomorrow. We've got Leela's show, The Midnight Chill. We've got Gary Hubbs out parking lot worrying it. We've got Lori's show, and I will probably hang out with her, return the favor and hang out on her show a little bit tomorrow. We've got Sunshine Archer and Pole Vault, who also have a song on this album. They'll do the weekend warm-up, and we have Mr. Smith going. And, of course, Valerie Bott will kick it off, at least for me, at noon. So I think that's 2 o'clock Eastern time she goes. So we've got lots of good stuff that's coming up. So I did see my doctor today, and she's very pleased with how it's going. And again, let me preface this, not medical advice. This is the treatment that's working for me. Steroids does not work for a lot of people, or the side effects are such that it's not great. But folks, I couldn't see I was seeing double for 9 months, basically. And, had a droopy eyelid, was losing the ability to control my tongue on some certain aspects, and my neck hurt all the time and everything. So this has been a godsend for me. I actually feel like my normal self for the first time in a long time. So I'm happy about that. And hopefully, now I will taper off the steroids. Probably not completely, but I will taper off. And I'm not on a very high dosage right now. But I will taper down over the next 2 months and be on they want to have you on a dosage that is low as possible to still be effective. So we'll ride that roller coaster a little bit and figure out what that dosage is. But I'm feeling great. So I will be here on Thursdays to have guests, to play music, to entertain you folks for the foreseeable future. And I'm going to pull up my calendar right now because I will miss a show. Oh, that's July. So Thursday, July 3rd, I will be out of town. So there will not be a show on July 3rd. Of course, Independence Day here in the United States on Friday, July 4th. And then today's the 19th. Yeah, we will be here per normal next week. And so just the 3rd, we won't have a show. So you can plan your calendar accordingly. And Hugh has had some experience with that. And, again, everybody's different. And, thank you. I always try and forget somebody because there's so many good shows on. And Charlie comes on right after Valerie, but before the other show. So thank you, Camellia. I appreciate that. And, of course, Freedom Redbird will be broadcasting. And there's some overlap with some of the other shows with her show. And she usually has some karaoke folks on there. And Independent Many United usually has some stuff going on. And sometimes she has talk and then music, or then it's music, and I know she flips it back and forth. Now, she was preparing to move, so I don't know if she's streaming tomorrow or not. But as you say, check your local channels. Yeah, some of the Friday... I do my best, but and Gary's great. He's got the links, and Camelia's got the links, which I greatly appreciate, because if it was totally up to me, it would not be as good. So, all right. Let's see, there was one. Yeah, this is one from... this is one that's been a holdover for a couple weeks, and this is Paul, P-A-L, and I'm going to get this one up and go ahead and share this song real quick, and then I'll be back to chat about a few more things. But this is a lyric video, and this is his song, Don't Let It Go. And I'm embarrassed because this was actually, it's almost 2 months ago he released it, and it's been sitting on my desktop waiting to go for some period of time here. Hopefully we won't get an ad. I don't think we will. But this is P-A-L. Paul is the man's name, and Don't Let Go.
I can see your eyes.
All right, that was PO. That was a great track, and that one's been kicking around for a little while. And I've been wanting to play that one for 2 weeks, but finally got that one up. There's the link for everybody to go over and check out his music. Very good. Good night to Kristen. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Sleep well. And everybody's saying take care, rest well, peaceful thoughts, and all that good nighty-night kind of stuff. So there we are. So we're going to wind it down here in a little bit. I promoted something, and I think I'll probably go ahead and play that, even though there was a couple other things I wanted to play. But hey, we got next week's show, and we'll be back. We're may probably play a few more tracks than I usually do for the next couple weeks, because the songs on this album are so dang good. I've just been really impressed by everybody. And I'm going to double check something here. I think PAL has a track on it. Was not that track, but I think, yep, that's what I thought. So he has a track on the Music for Life on the A album, and it's track number 5, a song called Fifth Avenue. So we'll get to that one next week, along with some other stuff. But it's been a fantastic night. I've enjoyed hanging out with everybody. I'm enjoying just breathing in and out. I was one of those kind of guys that was always been super healthy my entire life, and I had cancer in 2008 and had surgery, and took radiation and everything, and that was the end of it. And I had checkups for 5 years following, and never a trace of it, and it's like it never happened. Got on with my life. So this new onset of a disease was a little bit of a setback for me, and took me a little while to get used to the idea, but I'm used to it, and I've responded pretty well to the treatment. And so, again, get on with my life. And my wife, I've mentioned this a number of times on the shows, my wife has lupus and has battled it for 25 years and has fought it to a draw. And, she goes to work every day, and we garden and go on vacations, and, is very limited in her limitations. So, that's what I'm just trying to take the same approach she has. And she's been a great role model in that, and just super supportive. So I'm very grateful. And I've got many friends in this community who have been super supportive too. And I appreciate all you guys. And, should you ever join the Cancer Club, and I pray that you don't, you can always talk to me, because been there, done that, and know what it's about, and, can talk you through some things. But this is all about good things here. And so I'm going to play one final track, and it's my track, and that's not why I want to play it. I want to play it because it's got my good friend Hugh Caldwell on it, and he's been in the chat, and Hugh had some health concerns, and was struggling, really couldn't play guitar for an extended period of time. And like me, who's singing, it's crushing when you can't do what you want to do, and something you've done your whole life. But Hugh is back, and back with a vengeance, and he sent me some guitar work for this track that I think is just through the roof excellent. So it's my song, but we're showcasing my good friend Hugh Caldwell here. So that's what I'm going to leave us with this night, and it's just on SoundCloud right now. I'm just going to play you the audio. We're working on a video, but that is not going to be quite ready, probably for a few weeks. But here is Hugh and Mai's track, and a song that I wrote actually for Country Fest on Gmail. We talked about Gmail earlier, and he was in the chat. And you know what? I loved Rhett James' song. There's a little bit of country in me, and so here's a song called Country Girl. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next week.
What more can I say? Kentucky girl, I need you here today. We can go on down to Beale Street and dance the night away. I've been down here working for so long, and I miss you night and day. The only thing between us is some old state line.